At the bar radio here with Ace Hood. As you can see, he's already at the bar because he got some Ciroc. But I got to say, we just seen Ace Hood, and real genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble ass. I appreciate that. We need artists like you. That's it, at the bar.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah.
You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already right.
Where to get lit at? You on your own. Just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my Brody came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my Brody came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just know why with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planet, this that get back.
Yo. Okay, what up? It is the world's most dangerous podcast. It's me, 151. We are late because I had to yell at my nephew because he had a birthday party. He was acting bad. He was throwing shit at Mickey Mouse like all black children do. Just being bad, and he turned 3, and then he decided to jump down and throw a temper tantrum, and I politely whispered in his ear, "I still beat kids. You might want to get up off that grass, son." It happens all the time. That's gonna be my new T-shirt. I still beat kids. I'm old school. But we got CP3 in the building. We got Lady Antoinette. He's about 4 Mickeys in, so we're gonna see how this turns out.
Man, I'm having some technical difficulties right now, so I'm about pissed right now.
We already done something in the microphone.
Man, my whole system shut down on me. right when we started the show, so I got to reboot everything. So, yeah, I'm a little upset.
I mean, that don't that nothing to do with the fact that you won't have to talk to the microphone. But all right,
You know
I
what?
hear you. I
Don't
hear
start
you.
now, won't be none.
Don't
But,
start with me.
so-
Don't start. You
See?
started
Remember,
before
you
we
sick.
started the show.
Remember, you sick.
It's called allergies. I ain't that sick.
You and your blade ain't as fast as it is
Yes,
today.
it is.
All right, we gonna see.
Damn, we need to start the show. We are, and you choose
Oh,
violence
man.
already.
That's how you know
That's
you're
why when
on.
Mickey's get involved.
And you wonder why she bought your ass a 40 for your birthday last year.
No, that was still reserved. That was
It was
something
never
else.
40.
No,
It
I
was
do not
still
drink that stuff.
Wait
Only not drink
It
wasn't
was
nothing else
fitting.
here.
a minute. See, now you just contradicted yourself.
Right.
It was nothing
You,
else here,
you,
so I
no,
had
no,
no
no, no,
choice.
no. But you said I do not drink that stuff, and then you said the only reason I drunk it.
Because it was the only thing in the house.
That's like
I had
saying.
no choice.
That's like saying, well, I don't do this. I don't do dark skinned girls. But then you're like, well, I did sleep with that. But that one dark skinned girl, because I had
It's
nothing else
always
to
that
do.
one, bro. It's always that
But
one.
then that made you do it.
So yeah, so you do it.
It's an exception to the rule.
Okay. And
Then.
therefore you do it.
But you still don't do it. You just do it sometimes.
You know what?
You know what? You full of shit.
I'm just saying.
What you got for us in sports? Anything? Or we want to wait till after we go through our guests and stuff? You can do.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go
you
ahead. Yeah,
let's go to it like-
I'm going through some problems.
All right, and we got Lady Internet in the building.
Hey.
What's going on? Any crazy adventures this week?
I mean, you know, it was your favorite little young thug birthday on Tuesday.
Yo, he's a rider. He rode with you when you rode up on it.
My baby boy turned 15.
This
So.
15-year-old blade.
I got my daughter one
I
though.
know you did.
But yeah, so we were just doing that. My daughter got to video call.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw what you gave him. That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what you gave him.
So I gave him a Black Panther bobblehead, but the face was actually his face. So it was made, custom for him. So that was real cool. The company made me real upset, so I'm not even gonna shout them out at this point. But the actual bobblehead itself was, I'll give them that credit, but because they made me so mad. I am supposed to be one of those people that, have my own late for it in the whole now, but I'm good. I backed out of it. So. But
Yeah.
it's cool.
Definitely. Oh, quick shout out to Vega Villain. We had him. He's a calling guest. He actually just tuned into the show. We thank you for supporting us.
Yes, thank you.
And then we got two gentlemen who I know very well.
Really? Who?
We got Wolf AJ in the building,
Really? And who else?
and we got Sure. You thought I was gonna call him the other word.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah, no,
tough.
I'm not. I wasn't.
That's tough.
But but I know these guys. They've been putting in work for years. When we go on these trips, and just their sound and their progress and their hard work. So a lot of people don't put in work.
Right.
A lot of people expect success because they're like, oh my God, I got a hot song and everybody's gonna love it. Nah, shit don't work that way. Shit don't work that way. And they actually do put in work. And I admire them for that because, one, people think these trips are easy. It's not. The trips aren't free, and really going on a trip is fun when you get there. The plane ride fucking sucks, first of all. One year we got booked to go to California, and the plane was like 2 hours late. God, I hate Spirit.
I've been once, but never.
Yeah, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Not only you 2 hours late, then you got the nerve to have uncomfortable seats. Like you pick your battle.
It really is soul plane, like for real. But at least soul plane has like a VIP section that
At least Soul Plane was entertaining. Spirit was not.
I probably didn't have it was right.
CP3 would be at home on Soul Plane though. I could see him. Especially they had a stripper pole.
They did in the VIP
Yeah.
section.
I was probably doing security.
No, you was probably throwing dollars, nigga. Stop
Probably
lying.
doing both things.
And in the bathroom.
What you mean, man?
You would have been in the bathroom.
The bathrooms ain't big enough. Not that I know. I'm just
So how would you know?
I'm just saying.
No, how would you know? How would you know?
I've done the plane before.
So-
I used the bathroom. It's hard enough for me to be in there.
So and while you were using the bathroom, you thought about
Trying to clean it up. That's cute.
You know,
That's true.
So while you were doing your business in the bathroom, you had a random thought of,
I was thinking like
I couldn't get another female. I couldn't get another.
How can somebody do that in that small space? I ain't that.
It was just a thought.
You didn't have a
I was thinking
you didn't have a person that you tried it out with and then they didn't fit,
I
or
mean,
You realized it wasn't gonna work.
I was contemplating some things. Sometimes you gotta plan ahead. You can't just.
I don't think you ever planned ahead your whole life, so that's kind of shocking.
I had.
Really?
Yeah, in some aspect. Now, not before.
Okay, but we talked about before. This wasn't recent.
I'm bringing up old shit. We talk about now.
I can't.
I'm just saying.
Okay, go ahead. Keep saying.
Always trying to take a black man down. Trying to get my feet up. You're bringing me down.
Okay.
So shout out to the Victim Syndicate, aka CP3. This nigga here.
Gotta believe it to achieve it.
Oh Lord. So actually, even before we get to our guest, you sent me something so ratchet I gotta talk about it for at least 10 seconds, which I knew was gonna happen. So apparently, Lil Uzi Vert jumped in the crowd during actually the week that we were in Miami. The week that we were in Miami during Rolling Our Weekend, he face dived in the crowd and got robbed for the diamond that he had surgically implanted in his forehead.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said that back.
First of all, why would you want it back if a nigga to put it on your forehead?
But here's the problem. Take a step back. Remember when he got it? He said that he could die if it like fell out or moved the wrong way. So somebody can snatch it out, but you ain't die. I'm confused. Exactly, clearly. So now they put you to the test. But I think it's kind of funny because in a sense, they was trying to kill you, bro, because you literally told the whole planet that you was gonna die.
I wish you would have.
You know what? We're gonna get shut down all of this.
I've heard him freestyle. It was terrible.
You say his freestyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
saying yeah is not a
did
freestyle.
you expect more?
He's from Philly, yes.
No, from him.
He's from
Expected more
Philly.
from him.
It was even worse when I found out he was from Philly. I was like, really?
Exactly where though? Did we get confirmation where?
No, you said he was from Philly. People say he's from Philly. But maybe
I think he's somebody little special cousin. If that's the case, so they put on their little special cousin because something ain't right with them.
But to his credit, he said he was a rock star, and I remember when he went to the Fillmore, when he came to the Fillmore, and all them little kids went out there to go see him.
Yeah, but he's still special.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Anytime you get a diamond implanted in your head, you let us know that you.
They're special, but then there's Soulja Boy special. That's a totally different conversation. He ain't Soulja Boy special. He's just special.
Yeah, like I said, somebody little special cousin that they put on.
Oh man, but
He's the only one. What you say?
such language. Such language, CP3. You okay? You okay there?
I told you, man, I got some.
You need another Mickey?
I'm about to grab one for real. Might crack this bottle the way I'm feeling.
Okay. So
It's gonna be a problem.
it's gonna be a bad day.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
So
That's 'cause you had too many of these.
you need some water? You know we ain't got none.
No.
Grip got some in the truck.
Full of the air because somebody sent you a Mickey.
Nigga, he's one that bought the Mickeys.
Pretty good.
I just want to make sure you don't blame it somebody else this time.
So let's go into our guest. The CP3 is CP3 has that look of he could be a stalker or a serial killer. I don't know.
Sage today. I feel like I need it.
Well, you're gonna need some sage after this show.
You more than say.
What you say, man?
We gonna have some problems.
What you say, man?
I got some more bacon.
What you say, man?
We're gonna be having a blade fight here today.
I got two.
I know. It's like 250 like that.
But you gotta make it though.
Exactly.
You only know what one is.
You got that mama throat. That's for performance and shit. So that's what you got the advantage. I ain't got that.
I got two of them. You know what one is.
Oh Lord. So needless to say, y'all are safe. He's not.
He's not.
I'm just trying to do a show. Man.
So Warfare J is always good when the promoter who we work with it's always challenging Renegade and Warfare J to sports activities. Like when we went to Miami, it was pull ups. When we
That I
went,
won.
Oh,
Actually,
you heard that. That I want. He wanted to make sure that he.
that's debatable.
Oh,
okay. I got proof.
you got the video.
Oh Lord,
I
George
do
done
have
turned
video.
George done turned you into him. So we did the pull up challenge for fun, right?
Uh-huh. Oh,
So we was debating on who really won. Like that morning, I'm waking up and George is like sending me a video of, yo, this is the right way to do a pull up.
So they got real serious.
They always get serious. It started with a basketball game in Texas. Like George beat us in 21,
Oh.
and he has never shut up about it. And he was like, yeah, I won. So we played again. I think he won again. And then he just got worse and worse and worse. And I got pictures and I'm an athlete. And one day he brought out his sports page. This picture. We was at Top Golf for my birthday, and he actually brought it out. So me and Renegade was like making fun of it. It was like, what the hell is this? It don't even look like.
Oh, wait, he brought it up. Man.
I think he either was on his Facebook or he had a. It's like it don't even look like.
Oh.
He's like Fordsville.
It's okay.
Am I lying, Jay?
Nah, you
It's like giving him glory days.
No, you got to hear. You got to hear because a lot of times we just do it just to fuck with them.
Oh.
So we all do it for fun. So like we be having a good day and stuff, and then we be like, man, you ready for that basketball game? But we just start trolling them like that. Man, and George gets serious. Man, I done beat you. I done beat you a pull up. It'd be hilarious, and we do it every trip.
That's a tradition. Whether
You
you
see-
want to or not.
We see a basketball court. We didn't even be like, I play basketball. We see a basketball court. We like, what's up with the court? What? I will dog all these. We all be in the car laughing. And I'll be the main person instigating and don't never really play.
That's what you
Yeah, I will hype you up to fall off a bridge. But what's going on, Warfare J? Last time he was here, somebody was supposed to come with you, but he
had to work.
He had to work, or was he put at the strip club? I wasn't sure.
Nah, yeah.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
You're not putting that.
So, I checked out your video though. D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we played it a couple of times. So, I like the visual. Very, very nice. Good song too. Well, we got, I say what I was about to say. We have Warfare Jason, but Lady Internet wasn't here. So, tell her about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, I go by Warfare J. I'm also an audio engineer, so
Okay.
I mix and master all my songs myself. I got a home studio. I got my own producer, also no producer, but I also got an in-house producer that I went to school with, so we worked out a little plan. So whenever, like, if the song was to blow up, I know, covering him.
Right.
So I did been doing this since the sixth grade. I've been writing poems and lyrics, and then I just started. I recorded my first song on a Rock Band mic. If you're familiar with that game, probably not.
Yeah.
Came with the drum set,
I know.
the mic, the guitar.
I know a little
Okay.
something.
Yeah, I recorded my first song on a Rock Band mic, so
Okay.
that's how it started for me.
So I want to hear some. I want to point out something what you said though. So this is where a lot of artists fail. So one, he said that he partnered with a producer,
right,
to basically and they have an agreement in case the song blows and stuff.
right.
See, most artists, because y'all lazy, and y'all dumb, want to go to YouTube and this, and then you gotta pay for that shit.
Uh-huh.
And then instead of having a partnership which y'all can all benefit from.
Right.
And I think that's something important because in this business, it's who you know.
Right.
The networking aspect of this business is so important. Like a lot of people, they know how to make music, but they don't know how to do business.
Mhm.
And it's called the music business for a reason. So I just wanted to point that out.
Right. Okay.
Okay. What's the question again?
Yeah, I said I want to hear from you too.
So basically, like, I didn't really start off rapping. Like, my brother, he got me into rapping. He a producer at the studio and everything. So, like, I seen him making music. So, like, I started off, like, just recording him. like making so he get visual behind him, like you feel me?
Right.
And then like eventually, like I used to like send him messages like with me like freestyling or whatever. So he was like he motivated me like over the years. He was like, yeah, go ahead and get in the studio, rap. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
so it just I happened to get in the studio with him. He like helped me out. You feel me? Like and it's like a process, it's a struggle, like when you starting off, it's like school. So you gotta learn, like it don't just happen overnight. So
Yeah.
like over the process of months and everything, he helping me like telling me where I went wrong. Like you always want people around you that show you where you went wrong and everything like that, like and how you can improve. So like over that course, he's been helping me out and everything. So like it actually helped me elevate. Like I feel like that's a good that's a good thing.
Question for you. You said you went to school.
Yeah, I went to, no, not like school for music. I went to Floresville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But nah, I was just regular school.
Gotcha.
And my English teacher used to always make us write poems. And for some reason, I always had the best one. So
Okay, so you were the producer. Y'all went to school, so y'all know
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
That's
we went to
good.
school together.
That's good.
So, question: being that you're a newer MC, did you find it difficult or intimidating to work with somebody who's been seasoned in the game? That's been doing it for a while.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't be intimidated. It's more of like it's kind of like a guideline. You feel me? Like be able to like tell me where I can improve versus like me just doing it myself. So like I might have a way of doing it, and he'll just like be like, "Oh, you should do it this way." Like more of advice. Like so, I'm not really intimidated by it. I actually appreciate it.
That's cool. I always ask that because most people they get intimidated and they don't and they can't take the criticism or the advice. So he may be like, well, no, say your words like this, and then some people ego wise be like, man, you talking about my shit hot, dog? I ain't say your shit wasn't hot. I just say your words, or just change up a word, But because I've been in groups and I know how it is. Like you tell somebody, oh, just change that one word, man. You trying to tell me how to write my shit, dog? Calm down. I'm just trying to. When we building as a team, we move as a team,
Right.
And it's good that y'all have that dynamic.
Right.
CP.
Is the question?
Like his own.
Yeah, he's on now and sweating with it. He
I'm multitasking over here.
I know, we see.
You got your $40 ready for today because you've been drinking a lot.
And sweating.
Got my commission check coming.
Oh, you got it. So you going? Are you going?
Yeah.
You going to Capitol Heights after you leave here?
I might swing around there.
Yeah, whatever. That's I guess a question.
Hey man, the first of the month.
You know,
Nah, so
we're gonna get canceled.
So building a partnership like you have, what do you think is the strongest, I guess, bond or foundation to you guys' partnership that's going to help you prolong this crazy music game that's built to, divide and, put negative stuff out there? What part of your relationship think that you can, bear through all of the BS of the game?
I mean, well, as long as we got our trust and communication, we talk about everything. So as long as everything going fine here, everything should be straight.
I mean, yeah, I agree with what he's saying, but like basically like for me, like I feel like we're gonna go far, and like because we're able to like, so if we have a problem, we'll talk it out. Like we don't just, it ain't just like no internet stuff. Like we'll actually talk it out and be like, oh yeah, I was wrong, you was wrong, you feel me, stuff like that. So it's like we have that type of relationship, and like when we both come from the same place, we just both want to win, you feel me. So it's not like I'm gonna throw him down and he gonna throw me down. It's like we uplifting each other, you feel me. So it's like it's really just motivation.
Well, one thing I can say, like, that they got loyalty, because like when he first started out, he was coming through. He was holding the camera for him and stuff, and doing the visuals, and then he gradually got on the stage, and so I think they have a good bond, and they got a bond of loyalty.
Right.
And everybody's playing their part and doing their role. I think that's something that a lot of people don't have.
True.
Well,
don't let nobody touch your legacy.
Nah.
Oh, never that. we lock in forever.
You know, it's
Yeah.
and they don't try to take you down fast, especially if they see. Because I mean, immediately you say my brother,
Yeah.
you point it over.
That's my
People
brother.
hear that and they're like, oh, all right, you know,
Yeah.
and they'll try to take you down. I'm glad to hear that you guys have a loyalty to each other and you're able to talk it out because believe it or not, you guys are rare because people your age don't tend to do that so much.
Yeah.
So it's good.
But one thing is that they're very mature.
Mhm.
Like, you know, they're young, but they're still mature. You know, Warfare and always carried himself. He didn't carry himself like being very immature, wilding, and we done seen some wild things with some of the people who we go to these shows with. We done laugh and we done joke with them, but you know they still carry themselves, you know, a certain way and a certain pristine to it. So, you know, that's always a good thing.
So I do have a question though. So what do you guys say to those that are coming, you know, behind you? I know you said that your brother, you know, motivated you and encouraged you. What would you say to someone behind you? And then for you know, what else would you say to someone watching to motivate them?
Well, if you got someone that could guide you, I say try to stick by them, because they'll give you the blueprint, or they'll try to give you more advice. Like you said, like if you got a way of, like if you writing a verse and you let, you know, your friend hear it, your man, your brother, whoever it might be, they'll say, that's tight, but if you say it with more energy, or say it with more, you know, more fire, more,
right,
like whatever it is, like they can really give you the blueprint to take you to the top.
Right.
I just want to say, like, for the people that's coming up, like, whatever you want to do, regardless what it is, like, just go for it, like, and then it'll open up doors for other things. You feel me? So, like, I was just recording, and then I just happened to rap, like, you know, that's crazy, like, 'cause I never thought I'd be rapping, but I'm rapping. And then it's like, I got my brother, like, he been rapping for a while, you feel me? So it's like, he able to, like, teach me stuff. So it's like, it's always good to have people around, like, have friends, regardless, that, like, even people that do different things, so it'll help you, like, even if you don't want to do that, you, like, if you fail at it, you can just keep going and try something else.
Right.
Okay, I'm about to play that video. D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Shit, no. This bitch hard.
Oh yeah, Maji. This the one right here.
Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle, to get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Gotta stick to the code, balance my high with my lows. Niggas gon' hate, I suppose, but when you the best, you the go. I guess that's just how this shit goes. D'Angelo Russell, the ice in my veins, embedded in my flows. My heart is cold, can't trust these niggas, not even these hoes. So I keep a poach just in case you want go. But what do you know? I am the best in this bit. I'm really getting tired of addressing that shit. I'm at the top of the crust where I sit. The flows are too lit, yeah, you know I'm legit. Every song drop is a hit, I don't miss. I don't plan on stopping till I'm in the dish. Put me on your track, you won't even exist. Just like Rich on me, I keep going in. Soon I get the flow and no need to punch in. Once I lock in, then I'm gone with the win. I'm like a wizard when I grab the pen. Put words together together, I'm making a blend. I always knew that one day I would win. Oh, you thought different, they go think again. They counted me out, even some of them can. Just like a flow, they just let it sink in. I don't got time for amends. I'm trying to buy me a Benz. Get me a house on the hill, I got time for no friends. They say I'm setting the trend. Vision mapped out, I don't need me a lens. Say what you want, I just grin. I know that you hating, there's love on the end. No need to pretend. See that I'm up, now you wanna be my friend. But it's too late, cause you wasn't back then. Came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle. To get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to. Nigga, I came from the struggle, came from the dirt like a puddle. Had to work hard, had to hustle. To get where I'm at, it took muscle. Ice in my veins, D'Angelo Russell. Niggas gon' hate and some niggas gon' love you. Why would you think I would trust you? But now I'm the one they look up to.
Hop on the beat, then I body this shit, cause the ice in my veins got a young nigga cold. Can't trust you niggas and none of you hoes. When money involved, they gon' switch up they roll. Give me a poke, cause I heard niggas plotting. Shooters on go, cause I know they been watched. Move out the move, I know they gon' cop. Hard in the paint, like who gon' stop? I'm at the top of the shit. I ball like Jordan, don't need no assist. The jumper too wet with the flick of a wrist. Jug on the song, so you know it's a hit. Pass me the ball, then you know it's a win. Hard in the paint, I'ma keep going in. Feel like the greatest, I'ma keep going in. I'ma keep it going in. How can I lose? I was destined for this. The flow is too cold, yeah, I'm destined to win. Flow off the top, I don't need me a pen. The love is too fake, I don't need me no friend. Chasing the bag, trying to count up the dead. They say that it's hate, but it's love in the end. Murder the beat, then I hop in the bench. Murder the beat, then I'm gone in the wind.
Lady Antoinette, I'm gonna pray for you.
I know.
That he just guzzled down that last little bit.
I was
Like,
watching the video.
he's like, I thought I was in Baltimore. You know, the old school drunks at the gas station.
I tried to pretend that I didn't see it. That definitely thought I did.
Yeah. Clearly,
Yeah,
you.
I said it's at the bar radio.
And he has not stopped sweating.
I know.
I'm not gonna stop sweating.
Oh,
This is what I do.
Clearly, you've been drinking 40 since you was in your teens.
Yes.
It's alcohol coming out.
I don't know why I would have bought it today. Labor Day. I don't know.
So Cruel Intentions, a friend of the show, always, Jamil Wanza, he's a DJ. He asks, how do you work out the differences of opinion to which song to push if one person is adamant about a track?
That's kind of tough. I say, like, well, for the first push, like, recently we just dropped the album.
Yeah.
So the first song we pushed was the D'Angelo Russell one. Was it? Yeah, it was D'Angelo
Yeah.
Russell. So we try to just, in my mind, I try to push out the song that's more like, sound like it's a club banquet. So songs that got, more bass better than, go off in a club.
Yeah.
So in my mind, when I drop an album, that's what I'm thinking. So that's probably the first song I would try to push first. In my mind. That's how I would do it.
All right, that makes sense.
So what would you do if he wants to push another song?
Push another song, we would just have to, I would say, how about this? We're going to do it this way. We're going to push D'Angelo Russell for a month and see what that do in that month. If that don't work, let's do your joint. And if your joint get more response, that month, try to end it. Push that.
Okay.
Make it easy.
Understood. What would you do in that situation? What's your tactic?
I would basically do the same thing he would do. Be like, yeah, we could just split it and whichever do more, you feel me? We could just do that one.
Yeah.
Like,
based off of like views and things like
Based
yeah,
off of
views,
comments,
likes.
reactions.
Okay, so you just put it to the side.
Right.
I mean, because the crazy thing is, you never know. Like, you may think the song is that,
Yeah.
or you may think it's your fans may decide.
Correct.
This is what we want to hear. I will never forget this. Renegade had a brand new song, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this new song tonight." And I was like, "You sure?" Because I already told him you were gonna do money. And he's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do money. I'm tired of performing money. I'm tired." Every nigga walked up to him was like, "So you doing money tonight? You doing money tonight? You doing money tonight?" And he was like,
That's what they wanted to do.
and he came to me. He was like, "Yeah, I guess I'm doing money."
But you'll be surprised with your fans.
But that's what the fans wanted to hear. And the other song he performed was a banger. However, it still didn't get the, even though people had heard money for 6, 7, 8 months,
Right.
you know, they still, that's what they want.
And I mean, let's be real. We know of artists that you'll listen to their whole album and you're like, well, why did this one?
Right. Why was that the first?
Yeah. And then on top of that, we have some songs out here that to this day, I don't know how it became popular. No shade to Keisha Cole, but that's all love. Did y'all hear that vocals? It was horrible. We talked about this numerous times.
Man,
I hate that song.
look.
The song itself was wonderful, but
The-
her singing it was the problem.
It wasn't him singing that we was watching. We was watching the visuals.
No, but it came on the radio first.
You
And you
weren't-
know good and well, when you first heard it on the radio, you were like, what is going on?
I stopped listening to radio 15 years ago.
Okay, that song was only 15 years, wasn't it? Keisha Cole Love?
I remember, but I used to watch the video.
I'm not hating on her. That's no shade to her. She has a lot of passion, but that was her first album, and this before she had them singing lessons that she got.
I mean, Mary J. Blige sung horribly before she had singing
girl
lessons.
as an artist sometimes.
And I feel like she's doing that Mary J. Blige, I'm soulful and passionate thing, you know. But you said she was what? What did you say?
You have to grow as an artist.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Sometimes you don't put your best stuff out there at first.
Right, but the actual vocals were terrible, and that song was so popular. If you play that now, like if somebody else brought that out right now, people are gonna be like, "What is this?"
No, they still can't sing that.
You're right,
These niggas
but
can barely
that
rap.
was different. That was a little different.
So normally I'd like to do, you know, I always say, like, give me your top 5 dead or alive and all that other good stuff, your Mount Rushmore. But what is, since y'all a group, what is y'all like Mount Rushmore of groups?
I don't got that. Don't even ask
Yeah, no, I don't have no specific
Y'all don't have no
group.
top groups.
Group? No.
Groups.
Nah.
There's no groups that was like, you know what, I really like that. Okay, give me what about a top 5 combination of rappers that did
Like
songs
a
together?
duo.
A duo, yeah.
I'm trolling. I ain't gonna say
No, troll. Do what you gotta do.
Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. Best duo. One of
Nah.
I mean,
Y'all
the song
think
was
that-
a hit, but
No. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, they got some songs. And the Soulja Boy thing, yeah, Soulja Boy do got his days when he can't rap. You like, trust me, Soulja Boy, I could pull up like 10, 15 songs. Soulja Boy can really rap if he actually trying. But the songs he dropping now, like some of them is trash. But Soulja Boy can rap if he really try. I got songs. I
that's
got
bad.
proof.
That's
But
bad.
I would say,
That you gotta say that about it.
Nah, but he can go off.
I mean, the DJ concurs.
I mean, I will say this, that I couldn't think, okay, yeah, they got some songs that
Yeah,
were
I say
bangers.
who else? Lil Uzi and Future.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can see.
Okay.
that boy's special, but he does
The only thing in a diamond ripped off his forehead hit
He
everywhere.
got
Yeah.
records, he's special, but he got records.
Yeah. Who else?
I like the Lil Durk and Lil Baby.
Yeah.
That's a good combination, though.
Yeah.
That little joint's hot. That joint's hot.
Yeah. I can't think like duo, like double.
But I'm shocked you can't even think of
That's
a
funny.
group. Like,
Nah, I don't listen to groups for real. I just listen.
like what about back in the day? Now groups now, but back in the day you weren't brought up on
Nah,
hip hop.
I mean I have, but
Like
not
Outkast
that I
or
can
something?
give you a name. Or nothing. Like, I can't give you no name.
You got a group?
Nah, I don't have
I
no
don't
group.
understand. Like nobody doing that. Nah.
You don't got that. Well, no, I mean today.
But you gotta remember, they're from an era where there's not a lot of, there's more duos than groups. Like, you know,
Right,
people
that's what I'm saying.
working,
Now,
yeah.
ain't no- but that's why I have to go back, you know. So, back in the day when people had groups that were successful.
Nah, not no group.
As
Like
we've seen on Versus
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't looking up to nobody. I was just always writing poems in English for So I just started writing poems. So I wasn't looking up for, you know, my favorite rapper, of course, at the time was Lil Wayne, you know, but I wasn't
I don't
listening
think
to
he
no.
was a poem writer.
I know, no, I'm not saying he a poem writer,
Yeah.
but that's who I was mostly listening to, Lil Wayne. But that's what just got me started when I was in English class writing poems. So I wasn't really like pushing for no, oh, let me listen to this group and get me, you know, get my mental more right. So I wasn't.
So now I got 2 MCs up here. I got a question.
Okay.
Can when we talk greatest of all time, GOAT conversation, people who are the greatest MCs.
Okay.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
So
Okay.
are you eliminated from that category if you've had a ghostwriter?
If you had a what?
Ghostwriter.
I would say yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say yeah.
So if we're talking GOAT status, so we have to eliminate Kanye West. We got to eliminate Drake. Well, you know, Diddy, Dr. Dre. Snoop has to be eliminated. I know, I'm just saying. I was just thinking niggas with ghostwriters.
I was about to say no.
Who else we have to eliminate? There's a lot of people that gets eliminated out there, John. Not everybody. Not everybody, Grip, DJ Grip.
At some point down the line, you don't think M had one?
No.
I'm proud and right.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Even when it was
I'm gonna tell you like this though, Grip. Real talk. As a rapper, I've never had nobody write for me. I've written for other people, but I've never had nobody write for me.
Right.
Yeah.
it can be, but so do y'all think that you should be eliminated?
I think so. Like if you constantly getting a ghostwriter to make your songs for you, you eliminate it. Now I can see if you said like if you had like a ghostwriter for like 1 or 2, like 5 songs, all right, then I'll probably still put you there. But if you like constantly going to the ghostwriter like 20, 30 songs more, yeah, you gotta be eliminated. Got it.
Yeah. I get you. I'm waiting.
And that's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm talking about like a one-time thing.
Yeah, if it was a one-time thing, you right. If one-time thing, you can stay. Oh, you good.
For me, it depends on the
That's what I'm
catalog.
saying. If somebody came to somebody, oh man, this hot song,
Yeah.
you know.
But to me, it depends on the catalog too. If your only bangers are done by ghostwriters, then nah.
Like to me, I enjoy Cardi B, right?
Who you say Cardi B?
Cardi B, I enjoy her. Her music's funny, whatever. But she could never be a top female for me because I know she don't write her shit.
Yeah, no.
Huh?
Neither can Nicki.
Nicki by herself. She don't.
Nicki says she writes herself.
Everyone's saying Safari did her stuff.
I don't know.
That's why when her and Safari broke up.
Have you heard Safari song?
I have.
See,
but Safari writing for a woman versus writing for himself.
Yeah, just like how Lil Yachty wrote for
I don't know because to his point, I was believing that at first, and then I heard a Safari song, and I was like,
It sounds like
it sounds like God.
That's why you don't enjoy
This shit sounds like God. This nigga is straight. This nigga, shut up. Dog, this shit is garbage.
But I mean, it's also about the delivery. You know,
His delivery was garbage.
Yeah, Safari. That's why he was the ghostwriter. You know, a lot
That's
of
true.
ghostwriters say ghostwriters because they can write for someone else, they can't write for themselves, and they can't deliver.
That's true because like the guy who writes for Cardi B, like his career hasn't gone.
Anyway.
He's more known for writing for Cardi B and for dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep.
So, which you know, I don't understand how you go to a dude and be like, yo, can you write his voice for Whack?
Right. Yeah. That's nasty. But like, take Neo for instance. He was somebody that wrote, they could deliver.
Yeah, he could.
And I know people hate him right now. R. Kelly was somebody who could write and deliver.
And touch little boys.
R. Kelly? No,
Yeah.
he touched the girl.
No, he touched little boys. 2 boys came. They just testified.
I don't know. I don't know.
That dude had that many problems.
He was raped by a sister when he was a child. So I mean, he never got it checked. Never got it checked. He left his issues unchecked.
Okay, so
It's like you don't want to talk about R. Kelly.
so what's his name? Just Jamel, he said actually Skylar Grey wrote a few hooks for Eminem. So, but according to what y'all said, you know, if they would we consider ghostwriting hooks is something different than actually the song.
I ain't gonna count the hook because it's all about the verse to me, bro.
Yeah.
The hook is just.
And
like
Lil Yachty, I didn't know Lil Yachty wrote twerk for City Girls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate Lil Yachty.
I don't listen to it.
But but hats off. That's you know if he can do that, that's cool.
I mean, like I said, writing for a female is different than writing for yourself. So you might not stand there, but you got a banger that he got his name on. And he
True. And he got a plaque over it.
So I mean, I feel like there are a lot of people who write. I don't think if you had a hook written for you or a couple bars here and there, that's one thing. But your bangers are written by ghostwriting.
But here's the thing, though. You got some people that'll be like in the studio and be like, well, you know what? I told you to change the word, so I do need you know, technically I'm a co-writer of your song.
Mm,
You know,
yeah.
there's some people that
But
are
being
standing in
a
the studio.
co-writer is different than being a ghostwriter.
Yeah, but then they be like, well, you know, I wrote that song for you.
Yeah.
Like there was an instance back in the days where one of my mans kicked a freestyle, and when we went to the studio because I was paying for the shit, he didn't have his verse ready. So I remember what he said in some of the freestyle, and then I pieced it together with some of my words and wrote his verse. And there was a there was a little white dude that was like, when I met him, we was talking about music, and I think I quoted the verse, and for some reason for another, we just got off on the wrong foot. He hated me and I hated him, probably because I was an asshole. So he would go around, yeah. So he would go around and he would say, my cousin Jamel was the greatest rapper ever. He's the greatest rapper, but I can't stand Rakim. So my other cousin told him one day, he was like, you know that verse that you keep quoting that Jamel wrote? And he was like, yeah. He said, Jamel didn't write the verse. And he was like, well, who wrote it? He was like, you know the guy that you don't like? He's like, yeah. He's like, he actually wrote the verse, and Jamel just spat it in the studio. And he was like, because he was paying for it, so he was like, yo, we're not gonna be here all night for you to think of 16 bars, nigga, here. He said, Rakim can write really fast, and he wrote that probably in a span of 15 minutes, and was like, here, go ahead. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And then when they asked me about it, I was like, yeah, it's true. Those are his words, but I just formatted it into my stuff.
Right.
Does that make, would you think less of an MC because somebody else wrote for him on the spot, or, you know, how would y'all feel about that?
I don't think so.
That nigga was devastated.
Yeah, I don't think so on that one.
That nigga was devastated. What about you?
No, I don't think so. Like, I feel like you kind of help him though. Like, it's an influence, so it's not really like.
Well, as what you were saying, loyalty in the team, we supposed to build together.
Yeah, so it's like you influence him, you help him, so it's like it's not really like.
Yeah, so.
Ghostwriting for real. It's just like.
It was just funny. He was like, you going around stealing Jamel's bars. I was like, how we stealing the bars in the same group? And I never, but the niggas, I never went and told dude. I was just like, I knew I wrote this shit. I was just like, okay. And finally, my other cousin was just like, yo, the song that you quote, the quote of every song that you, he's like, matter of fact, quote another verse for him. And he quoted another verse. He said, Rakim wrote that too. He said, oh. he just really hated me though. It's all good.
I mean, it happens. People are in, you know.
Yeah, you know. I attract those and I get to make fun of these niggas. CP3, you got any questions, man? Or are you looking at porn on there?
My point is my fantasy football draft. So, I had to get my draft in my bag. You know, it's been the last pick. So what do you guys see as your next step in the game in the business? You said you just dropped the album. What do you think is your next step into progress?
Next step, we're just trying to just push some songs to the radio and also get it playing in the club. That's what's next. But we just went out New York yesterday. We got our billboard of the album out there in New York in Times Square right now.
Yeah, Renegade told me. He told me about that. He's right.
Yeah, so it's up there, it's running right now until the 8th. So if you in Times Square, you can see our billboard of the album.
Nice.
See, that's the one that like I said, I always talk to Jay, like, you know, outside of, you know, when we after the show and stuff like that. And, you know, I love the growth.
Right.
I love the growth. And he's been a young man that's been consistently growing and elevating his sound. And I think, you know, that's a good look for him.
Right.
I'm really proud. I'm really proud of y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Renegade was like, damn. They got a billboard in Times Square. I said, oh, I'll talk about that when I get there. Thanks for telling me.
Right. That's what's up.
Because one thing is they all, when they talk about loyalty and stuff like Renegade, Wolf, AJ, the group of them that we all travel with, they follow each other on social media and stuff like that.
Right.
And salute to Wolf AJ because even when he's not on the show, and I do put up stuff, he's one of the few people that actually supports the show and stuff. He doesn't be like, yo, can I come on the show? He actually supports the show even when he's not on the show. He also supports other artists that we have performed with from different states. Like with a young lady, I forgot her name, but she's the white girl from Jersey. I think you just she just did a video. You gave her like.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
We don't know her name.
Yeah.
No name.
I know you're
She was
talking
cool people though.
I know,
She even took a picture with Reddick. I just don't know her name.
Yeah, I don't just like GBJ.
Yeah, some shit like that. I got time. I drink way too much to be spelling niggas' names. But even so, but even other artists, like he supports other artists. One thing about artists like this, and this is what y'all have to do. In order for y'all to grow, you have to learn to get back and you know, before you get up on social media and bitch about ain't nobody supporting me, ain't nobody doing this. Dog, you ain't supporting nobody. You ain't supporting nobody.
Right.
Either, but you expect people to support you. Why would I support you when you like? Even if he ain't liking my shit, but he's liking other people's stuff, I'll still support him because I still see the movement and I can appreciate that.
Right.
Like these dudes ain't even support their grandmother or their cousin. Hell, they ain't even like their cousin getting baptized or graduation photos, but they yell about support.
Right.
Like and I was like, yo, that's not what social media should be
right
used
now,
for.
it's about networking.
It is.
Understand networking.
You know. So I definitely salute y'all gentlemen for doing that. I love the fact that y'all actually got a billboard out. That's dope. That's dope. That's next level stuff. But then I would expect nothing less.
Right.
You know they want to film one. I had videos for them before, and it was hard for me to play their videos because they did advertising with Google. So when their videos were playing, it was which is really smart. But I couldn't fast forward it when I had the link. But the views on their videos, like some of y'all get happy when y'all got like 2,000 views. Woo! And then the shit been up there for 2 years, you got 2,000 views. That means you ain't put no money behind your product.
Right.
You know, you got some nice clothes, but you didn't put no money behind your product. You got a nice car, but you ain't put no money behind your product. This is your passion. This is what it costs.
Right.
Like success is not cheap. You know, if you're gonna chase success, then you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. If you want to upgrade, you're gonna have to do it. You know, and they constantly do it, and I think that's a good thing. Like next level stuff. Like everybody should to aspire to be like, you know what, this project we putting out, we're gonna put a billboard. Shit, not just a billboard, we're gonna put a billboard in fucking Times Square. Go. So now you know for your next project after that, you gotta do something even bigger. Now you want to put a billboard on the West Coast, and just keep growing and growing and growing. If you're not growing, you're not expanding, you're really not moving. You're a hamster. You're running the little wheel, going in circles.
That's
Oh, shout out to my man Cruel Intention. He just downloaded Broken Silence.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
That's like I said, we talk about support. Like, he supports our show when he sees artists he likes and stuff like that. He hears the music, he's the DJ, he downloads and he supports.
I'm glad to hear that. So, what do you guys expect to gain from this? Like, what type of impact do you think you guys want to leave on the community?
On the community?
Mm-hmm.
Just that you can do anything. Like if you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer or guitarist or whatever it may be, just go for it. No matter, even if people trying to let you down or tell you, oh, that's trash or whatever, just keep going. Something's going to happen along the journey, so just keep going.
So you want to motivate people?
Yeah, I just want to motivate people.
Yeah, it's motivation too. Like, basically, like what he was saying, but like, don't take the support, like people putting you down. Don't take it as a bad thing. Always take it as like a positive. So use that to motivate you even more. Like, because when I started, people was like, "Oh yeah, you can't rap and stuff like that." And then like, we starting out. Like everybody not perfect, so it's like it's room for improvement. You just want to keep going. Like even if it might not sound right now, eventually over time it's gonna sound better. And you're gonna get better. It's like just improvement.
What's about these young men is this too. One thing that really impressed me. So we went to Miami twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time we went to Miami, I love when we bring our own DJs because when we had these out of town, when we had these DJs from that town, they fuck up.
Yeah.
Was it Miami? Was it Atlanta?
I think
it was Miami.
I think it was Miami. It was Miami.
Yeah.
So the DJ, because all these DJs, they act like yo, Grip, I love y'all profession, but not everybody who steps in your profession knows how to fucking DJ. And not everybody who owns a MacBook knows how to use some of the simplest features, as in, if someone airdrops you or sends you a song and you don't know the name of the song, write the artist's name and just create a folder, you fucking idiots. So basically, their song was playing, and in the middle of the song, he just cuts it off and goes to the next song.
Yeah, like middle of the song, middle of verse.
Like he's about to rap. Like you can clearly see he's about to rap. And then he just, but they didn't get mad. And what it is, what I admired them about it was they kept their focus.
Right.
So, you know, because any other nigga, like there was a young lady in there and she was terrible. She was terrible. She was terrible with a capital T. Every time I've seen her perform, I really just wanted to throw one of my wrestling belts at her forehead. She was, because it's not even just her music was bad, it's just her attitude sucked. So, one, she didn't know how to hold the mic. And then the first thing she kept saying is, DJ, you fucking up my music. Sweetheart, you don't know how to hold a mic. And she's spazzing on the DJ, she's spazzing on the audience. Y'all ain't fucking with my music.
And
like,
you doing the performance?
yes.
Oh, that's
And it's like, when you see that, you just want to pull them aside and be like, yo, baby, calm down. This is not what you want to do. But better yet, this may not be your profession for you. You know, because we had a lot of dope artists that night. And literally the guy next to her was like, baby, it's not that you the DJ fucked up. He was like, you don't know how to hold the mic. And then he didn't even rap. The nigga sang. And was like, you're going like this. This is why they can't hear you. You should hold the mic down here.
Right.
You need to be properly trained.
Yeah.
And then he sang, and he rocked that shit.
Okay.
But the way that she handled it versus how they handled it, they looked blown. I could tell they was blown on stage, but they didn't, boom. All right, let's just go into the next song and keep it moving.
Right.
And because the show's gonna have to go on.
The professionalism.
And they had a lot of professionalism. And then the thing is, we even talked about it like after they got it, they got off the stage and stuff. And I told them I was proud of them for them because you can easily kirk out, and then
Yeah.
the audience don't know whose fault it is. And if the audience knows the DJ, you may be yelling, and they love the DJ, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, fuck you.
And then we're in the age where people record you and post you.
Yeah.
So,
And they post you without knowing the whole story.
right.
And
they
they
might post just you spazzing out.
Yeah.
Right. Going off on people and be like, look at this.
Sometimes you gotta cut some up for
You do, but sometimes you can't let.
I'm not surprised for him.
I know.
I mean, I've had to cut a couple.
I cuss people out too, but you can't let the anger win. Like,
you can't do it on stage.
like we had a time where we was in Atlanta and a DJ was fucking up on Renegade's music, and he got me to the level where I just kirked on everybody. Like, I'm trying to talk to him nice, and after like 3 nice times, I'm like, yo, could you do this? And he rolling weed and. I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with that? So you got her rope bringing you bonds. I'm trying to talk to you. You don't do your fucking job. So I kirked. And even when George was like, yo, King, calm down. I was like, fuck this. He about to get slapped. And then even after Renegade performed, somebody wanted a business opportunity that came up, but they was like, yo, King. I was like, what? I was just, at that point, all I could see was red. And I spat. And when I finally caught the dude a year later, I had to apologize. I said, you know what? I spazzed on you for no reason. He said, no, I understood why. I said, no, because you didn't deserve that. You were actually telling me something good and calm down. And because all I saw was red at the time,
You ain't gotta tell me, bro.
nigga, when I see red, everybody enemy.
No, that's it.
So.
Yeah. Told you I went to therapy.
I'm not bothering you. See what you already.
Nah, I'm trying to say like I ain't changed. I've changed.
I didn't say,
I can hear the tone.
I didn't say any of that. Calm down. Like that. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. You need to get that together.
So I got some other songs that he sent me. Y'all ready to hear them?
Yeah.
Quick shout out to DJ Nasty Nice, Coalition DJ out in Roanoke. He's putting the mixtape together. Renegades on his mixtape. He's been supporting the show, and we definitely want to salute him and some stuff like that. And let me play some of this other good music. Like strength.
I think she like me. I think she like me. And my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely. I think she like me. And my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely. I'm dripping to my soul, check out my souls, I keep them icy. Walk right past your bitch, no need to say nothing, bet she like me. A nigga looking sick, that nigga pissed, he wanna fight me. Got these niggas swelling, they telling, trying to indict me. I stay so fresh, so clean every time that I hit the scene. No, I'm rocking some exclusive from G-Star, cause I'm a fiend. Used to pray for times like this, now I'm living right on my dreams. She won't reach inside my jeans, now I'm the one pulling the strings. See, I'm a nightmare to these niggas, they say I don't fight fair. Hit my 1-2 step, I do my dance, I'm in my Nikes. In my white tee, swear I'm fresher than the hype beast. Can't resist the charm, that's the reason why she like me. I think she like me, and my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely. I think she like me, and my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely.
Hold on, cut the damn nigga, that's your bitch. Yo, bitch, she like me, nigga. That's supposed to be your girl, nigga. Damn, what the fuck? Oh, hold on, turn me back on. Oh, I think she like me, I'm dripping sauce in my white tee. My life a movie like Smiley, I ran it up, got a check. That's probably why he won't fight me. She steady singing my songs, I'm knowing that she a fan. It's probably cause I got bands. Hold up, watch me do my dance when a man can't get her off from me. I walk right past your bitch, I got the drip, now she wanna talk to me. My neck, my wrist is ice, she said her nigga ain't nothing like me. Probably the reason we keep on saying, I think she like me.
I think she like me, and my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely. I think she like me, and my white tee. Thumbing to these bags, I'm getting checks just like I'm Nike. It ain't hard to tell, it ain't no nigga out here like me. You say you got a match, I doubt that, that's highly unlikely.
I'm gonna play another song so you can Saturday conversation. Some what? What the fuck is Texas? Oh, drunk text. Nigga, you said Texas.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said too.
Nigga, you said Texas. Nigga, you ain't got no accent.
I do what I want.
Nigga, you from the hood. You ain't got no accent.
My thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Came too far to lose, no, I won't stop. I gotta make it. I'm good and I'm close, I just gotta see deep inside. Yeah, I'm in pain, but I'ma say I'm fine. Depression is killing me slowly, but I swear I'm trying. I'm 23, but I could die before I hit 25. See, life's a gamble, my nigga, you gotta see the signs. That's why I calculate every step like a chess move. See, this is permanent, carrying it like a tattoo. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, I'm hard as bamboo. Been through the storm 100 times, ain't none I can handle. Yeah, if I was gone, make you would mention me. Now it's in the books, the benchmark of the sanctuary. Now you pray every day, feeling guilt, you find it missing me. Now you all alone, talk to yourself, you can't even to me. It's history. Look at what you did to me. Took my last breath, now you stuck sitting there in misery. Too little, too late. Now I'm dead with an epiphany. Finally got a peace of mind, that's what I call tranquility. Yeah. Go and say it goodbye. float in the sky. I know this sound crazy, but these are how my thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Ain't too far to lose, no, I won't stop, I gotta make it. I feel that I'm close, I just gotta.
So much pain up in my body, almost lost it. Popped a couple Zans, cause they help with my depression. Addicted to this lane, for that money I'm a fan. Crazy how this shit all started as a dream. And my bros, they right here with me, they gon' ride. If I die today, I pray my soul reach the sky. Ain't no limits to this shit, so my niggas, we gon' win. The devil in my ear try to take my soul from me. I pray he never ever get a hold of me. Pray to God every night they cleanse my soul. Gotta calculate my moves so I don't die before I'm 25. Take your chances with my life. Like fuck it, roll the dice. Cause nothing in this life is really guaranteed. Started out with nothing, I swear I want it all. In a war with myself, I swear I'm fighting depression. Put my heart into the mic, I hope they get the message. Yeah, I hope they get the message.
Go and say goodbye. That's my soul float in the sky. I know this sound crazy, but these are how my thoughts been lately. Devil in my ear, he tryna take me, but I won't let him break me. Back against the wall, but I'ma still pull through like Brady. Ain't too far to lose, no, I won't stop, I gotta make it. I feel that I'm close, I just gotta take it.
But I really want to talk about
I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle. I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle. Yeah, it's crazy how they hate you and they love you at the same time. I ain't lying, caught the brand new phone and they said that it ain't mine. I do the dash in the coupe, I might just lose the roof. Go to war about my niggas if it's really small. Finna blow just like a bomb, I can't let them pass me. Got your bitch up in my DM, she like Santa Hattie. If I ever drop the pen, she might set me up. Shooters spin the block with choppers, they gon' wear them up. They gon' wear them all, they ain't getting up. Shooters spin the block, they gon' wear them up. They ain't getting up. Ay, still apply that pressure, we ain't letting up. Ay, still apply that pressure, we ain't letting up. Addicted to that money, I'm a fiend now. Ay, they tryna draw my team out. Ay, cause they know we winning. I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle. I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle.
Try to tell them from the jump, they ain't one listen. Always knew that I'd be here, it only took a little minute. Got these voices in my head, want me to end it. Can't pretend that this was easy. See this like shit hit get greasy. Niggas throwing all the shade, they don't even know my pain. I be fighting off the demons, try to take my life away, but I'm on a mission, I gotta get it by any means. Want me to fail, but I prevail, I don't fear anything. Got something to prove, knew I won't lose, I'm gonna reign supreme. Told you before, knew I would be here, seen it in my dreams. Like a game of chess, know I won't rest till I'm the last king. I guess I'm in too deep, this rock ain't here was meant for me. Knew that I was great and that's gonna go down in history. Stayed out till I come up patiently waiting on my victories. Always had faith, I got an angel watching over me. Before I lay my head down, gotta pray before I go to sleep.
I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle. I'm too deep up in that water, I can't drown. All these voices in my head telling me to throw my life away. I'm just trying to find a way, hey, to get up out the struggle.
Yo, so I really like some joints. The second joint was really deep. Like, I remember the first time I heard Thoughts of Suicide by Biggie. And it was just really crazy because it was on the album. It was like the last song on the album. And yeah, so it was like a whole bunch of party shit, and then it got real. And the song just, when it just, because when y'all send me the music, I don't really listen to the shit until the show. So we all have a natural reaction.
Right.
So people like, yo, you play my stuff? No, I ain't play it yet. Like, I actually, like, we all gonna listen to it together, so, we get an honest reaction. I thought, but it was deep. I mean, it just struck me. I was like, that's something people don't talk about. And I don't know if y'all know how powerful that message that y'all sending in and stuff like that, because it can help somebody, right? Especially who's going through that.
I feel like it went in line with what you guys already said. The questions that we asked you about like motivating people. I do want to say you guys seem like great kids, and I feel old by saying that, but when you said that you was listening to Lil Wayne while you was doing poems in school, that made me feel some kind of way, but that's all right. I was like, wait a minute. But I feel like you guys are also really, you're putting out these positive messages and images, and it's needed. We have so many people that get discouraged. Right. Mental health is a thing, right now. Especially with the pandemic and everything going on. It's good to see. It's like you guys are a breath of fresh air. So it's good to see that you have this positive image. You're trying to motivate people, and it shows. So that's what and then, I mean, it's in the music too.
Well, the thing about it is, like, I remember when like I said, when I first met Warfare J, like, everybody was killers and gangsters, but he was killing the contest with a song about his best friend.
There you go. Right there.
And that was literally shutting shit down. Like, and because when producers and industry people, they look for something different. So if you got 20 niggas from the trap and you got one nigga that ain't from the trap, but he's making good music, you want, that's something different, because he said something that these other motherfuckers, they all said the same thing. Right. Trap this, trap that. I'm banging, I'm this, I'm that, and half these niggas ain't nothing anyway.
They not doing that anyway. And you're right, because we talk about that quite a bit.
All the time.
Like when people sing in music to us, we say, if they sound like everybody else, we want to tell them, and we don't want to keep hearing the same thing, because it's a phase. People understand that we need to hear something that is going to stand the test of time.
Right.
There are certain songs that have literally stood the test of time, and you guys are trying to achieve that. Whether you realize it or not, you're on that path because you're saying something different, or you have a message versus it's like they were here.
Definitely agree. I've also been critical of this new era of hip hop or music in general, with having the same message, talking about the same things. And it's good to hear, some folks talking about real issues and real stuff that's going on, and trying, like you say, motivate, trying to reach out to people that, like you said, it could help. Somebody hearing those songs and prevent them from doing something. So it's definitely good to hear that, and glad to have you guys on the show and expressing that. But we definitely need more of that, like you were saying. But the world is crazy right now. We need some positive messages and images out there.
Well, one thing is that, like, being a real artist. So, so Jay hit me up and was like, "Yo, do I need to send you more music?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, go ahead." And then he hit me and he was like, "Well, how many songs you want me to send?" So I was like, "All right, send 3." So he sent 3. So I have 5 songs of his music plus a video. So that means they're constantly making music. Like, don't hit me up if you only got that one single to push, and then I'll be like, "Yo, you want to send me something else?" You be like, "I'm gonna send it," and it'll be like 10 years later. Yeah. By this time, he done sent me 5 songs. Rennie Gun sent me like 20 songs. Some other dude I just met done sent me like 18 songs. Like, by the time I remember the one song that you sent me, I forgot about it, because the dude from New Zealand just sent me another song.
Yeah.
And he's a hustler.
Yes. Dude from South Africa, don't ever send me no more shit. Your shit was whack.
Oh man.
I'm glad you said that finally, because y'all made me be the best.
You chose.
You South Africa, that shit was whack though. It was
You took
whack.
it first. Yeah, you took it first.
I mean,
You
so,
take it personal.
it was no need for me to go win because I already knew you were gonna do so. You know, the minute I heard the beat in the chorus, I was like,
I
this
was
shit's gonna be
on
hard.
the third, so I can't be hard.
So I got me.
Yeah, sometimes y'all always demonize me, talking about I'm wrong. I mean, what? I'm always say I'm wrong.
Nigga, you look like the thug. You look like the thug though.
Cause y'all went,
That's
you went,
profile.
and then here I go.
This was no need for me.
It was trash.
I'm just saying. I mean,
So-
it spoke for itself. Didn't really need to say nothing else. It was garbage.
Well, I'm glad that we don't have that situation today.
Well, I knew we weren't gonna have that.
Of course
situation.
not.
Yeah. 'Cause-
And then, it was the arrogance of behind it. So that,
Yeah, how
that's
it came
also key.
You just had a wish a nigga would moment. That's
Well, no, the dude was arrogant, and then his music was trash. So that's a double.
you can't have it both ways. Like, you gonna be arrogant, you guys send me some shit, I'd be like, you know what, that dude was arrogant, but that shit was
I
like,
can't say nothing, but I can say a lot for that one.
I can say that shit
And
belongs in
if
the
he
trash
had
can.
come across a little different, maybe I would have been nicer. Because he had some really bad songs, and I was much nicer than I was that day.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
So he caused it. So I'm glad you guys are also positive because that matters, the way that we view these artists nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
some people are.
Good job, too.
No, I'm not. I just told them that they were
You just saying if it
wonderfully
wasn't.
young
Yeah,
men.
you saying if it wasn't, y'all he ain't striking this.
What the fuck are you telling us?
You throwing me all the way under the bus today. That's how you feel?
That's right. Hey, Grip, we ain't got no more Mickeys. Don't give him no more. If he asks for another Mickey, just say no.
They know. Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
I take it home.
Yeah, he completely threw the co-host underneath the bus. Like, he threw the. He threw him underneath the bus, and then he got in the driver's seat and ran over with it.
Oh, you ain't run over everything? Let me back up.
Yeah, you can throw in the bus before. Sometimes it's good for people.
So, so I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to play which is it's not mixed, but I'm about to play the Renegade joint with Money Marl, and then I'm gonna play our friend from New Zealand joint.
All right.
And then we ain't going to. Oh no, we gotta get the bars at the bar.
I was about to say.
Yeah, we gotta get the bars at the bar, and then we can free these young men.
A nigga gon' get it, we gon' start the day. Got a country, but go put that pump in your face. Ain't giving fucks cause I'm beating the case. Niggas be acting, that shit really stays. Don't care what you buy, I be stuck in my ways. Be stacking chips, take a dick with these lays. So on the move and ain't leaving the trace. I got that drip and I'm leaving the way. No corona, but that mask on my face. If I'm going broke, then I back up the weight. Clip up this 9, that's that new 48. Bite the hand that feed me if they touch my plate. Look at my schedule, it take up my day. But you fuck around, you find where you lay. Fuck your register, open the safe. Have you hurting, taking shots like I'm Clay. Leave your chick alone like she was a stray. Got that shit on like I'm wearing a brace. Got these feds like I'm doing a race. Shine on them, then they throwing you shade. Give you broke advice, they knowing you paid. Then they bugging till you spraying a braid. Young nigga, and I do got it made. Pussy niggas better go count your days. I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah, walk around this.
Oops.
A nigga gon' get it, we gon' start the day. Got a comfortable, go put that pump in your face. Ain't giving fucks cause I'm beating the case. Niggas be acting, that shit really stays. Don't care what you buy, I be stuck in my ways. Be stacking chips, take a dick with these legs. So on the move and ain't leaving the trace. I got that drip and I'm leaving the way. No corona, but that mask on my face. If I'm going broke, then I back up the weight. Clip up this 9, that's that new 48. Bite the hand that feed me if they touch my plate. Look at my schedule, it take up my day. But you fuck around, you find where you lay. Fuck your register, open the safe. Have you hurt and taking shots like I'm Clay. Leave your chick alone like she was a stray. Got that shit on like I'm wearing a brace. Duck these feds like I'm doing a race. Shine on them, then they throwing you shade. Give you broke advice, they knowing you paid. Then they bugging till you spraying a braid. Young nigga, and I do got it made. Pussy niggas better go count your days. I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT.
I'm just getting started on paving my way. I'm thinking about making a meal every day. Ain't talking food, already got me a plate. I'm making a meal of bags and crates. Wanna go to the hills and better my days, but I'm stuck in the hood with killers and caves. It's okay cause I told you I'm working on paving my way. Living that life, it was tragic. I'm really a superstar, no you can't catch me in traffic. Catch me in traffic, I'm blasting. I'm the one with all the blue hunters, young nigga having. Niggas can't copy the fashion. Rockin' Celine with the fear God, this a new fabric. Do it for August and passion. Came a long way, now I'm shopping, I used to be crabbing. Fuck her then leave, I'm dipping and dabbing. I ain't got no time for the bitch doing the most. I'ma slide in that ride of a large to go. In Miami to kick it with bras on the boat. I get that check, then I go. I'm a tier 1 nigga, I'm labeled to go. Try and reach for this ice, I'ma make niggas float. Come and see if you want, bet I let niggas know.
I'm a young nigga, I never go broke. Always been that dude that gave him hope. Living this life, I tell you, it ain't no joke. Nah. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am the GOAT. Big stepper. Walk around this bitch like I am a GOAT. Big stepper.
Damn, you got me hypnotized while I watch your body move. Why you climb on top, I'm feeling your thighs. You say, boy, don't stop the groove. So if you down, come on over. Take your time, we getting close, say we purchase your tracks today. That way you can keep it real with me, it's crazy. I won't have to stop and think it's lately. Yeah, the way we making love, I need it on the daily. Get time and let it go. Said I know I'm in your fantasies. Realizing what you can't perceive. I go deep and connect the soul. Baby girl, I know just what you need. Damn, you got me hypnotized while I watch your body move. Why you climb on top, I'm feeling your thighs. You say, boy, don't stop the groove. So come a little closer, babe. Shawty, you won't know if you ain't tried before. Come get some more love. Show you all the things that you ain't had before. Girl, I love the way you are. Girl, I love the way you are. My type, you know, truly yours. If you wanna ride shotgun, I'm breaking wild. You can ride beside me, yeah. Let's take a ride up on the whip and let it go. Damn, you got me hypnotized while I watch your body move. Why you climb on top, I'm feeling your thighs. You say, boy, don't stop the groove. So come a little closer, baby. When I slide out, come down, we ride up till I know it's on your mind. When I'm coming home, wait, I'll be home real soon. That's why I'm putting all the extra work. Wanna give you all the world, girl, and everything that I know you deserve. Girl, I swerve all the moves and I show you that you'll be worth it. They working trying to get in your position, but it'll be worth out. Let me ride out. It's working, girl. I'ma put your body on them. Damn, you got me hypnotized. While I watch your body move. Why you climb on top, I'm feeling your thighs. You say, boy, don't stop the groove. So come a little closer, baby. Girl, I'm loving you.
Purchase your tracks today.
Loving you. Loving you. Loving you, yeah. Loving. Said I'm loving you. Yeah, you, yeah.
Back up. Smoking the blunt. I got 8 minutes. You like I'm in a white theater, smoking a blunt, clean his gun. Drinking a cold one. Thinking about his almost potential baby mother.
Ex-baby mother twice removed.
How you gonna have her twice removed? Which means you let her come back the first time?
You always do.
Sure.
What's her name?
Huh?
What's her name?
Oh,
Why?
So I like to give a shout out to the they're gonna be named nameless, but I like to give a shout out to the top golf champion of Miami.
Oh my God.
So I just want yeah. So I just want to shout her out. You know, she did her thing and she whooped two up and coming. They weren't local, but two up and coming artists in Top Golf. So you just want to shout her out. Any shout outs? You know, I mean, I can call a witness.
Yeah, witness got a lot.
Yeah, Renegade was it. But, you know, I just know that, I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody won and 2 people lost.
It happens.
So, you know, we all can't win all the time.
Next time it's gonna be the one.
Oh, so he was in there. Okay.
See, he just fell right into the trap.
He admitted it. You know.
You're supposed to deny.
Deny.
Yo. You supposed to deny.
You don't say nothing, man. Sometimes it's game fine.
That's what you do.
Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up.
Really, you do that?
Yeah, in some situations, sometimes in a no-win situation, you just gotta. I grew up in a house with 4 women. I learned sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up because you just no win.
Okay, so you grew up in that household, but you haven't been in that household in a while, so you forgot.
Nah, sometimes it's worth the argument.
Oh, okay, because you don't shut up.
Nah, I don't. Sometimes I don't. Because sometimes I gotta get my point across. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta be an asshole.
Yeah, because most of the time I'm like, you probably should have shut up in that situation, but you didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do.
But I'm glad that you can give that advice.
Yeah,
even though you're right, even though you don't follow it.
I always get great advice. I don't follow it.
Okay. As long as we know.
He says that.
Got you. Makes sense. Not really, but.
So
I don't practice what I preach.
yeah, we are obviously. So that was done by friends in New England. That was his name is actually Phaser. New Zealand. I'm sorry.
New England's too close.
Yes, that's true. But his name is Phaser. They always say her brother. Yeah, but it's,
actually said that he's more of a rapper, but he's getting into the
shit. Them singing tracks he done sent us was banging.
Right. That song you just played, is it out?
No, he said they just did that. They just made that.
I like the song, but one thing, nothing bad. But I don't know if y'all heard it. And in between his songs, you can hear purchase this track today. That means
I heard that.
The producer he got that from probably off of YouTube. He ain't paid for that.
He ain't paid that beat.
So if you releasing that song,
so it's probably not. He probably definitely.
This is just.
But that goes back.
Their whole family was talented. They're always creating. So that's what they're creating.
But that does go back to what we said earlier about partnering with a producer and networking so that you don't run into those things like that. You're using the track, but you can't even fully use it because you don't own the particular rights.
Right. See, I'm gonna give you a little secret if you're listening in, or if you want rewatch this. This is what I used to do. When I get a beat off YouTube and it say purchase this track today, this is the trick, the secret trick. All you gotta do is drop the beat, mute that part out, keep rapping or keep singing, and bring it back in. So ain't nobody gonna hear to purchase this track today. So if you want to finesse the system, you could do that. But still, I advise you to pay for the beat. But you can always finesse the system. Just drop that beat when it's saying that, then bring it back in. Nobody gonna know.
That's a real game though. But at the same time too is you're also an engineer.
Yeah.
99% of these niggas, they not engineers. They some of them barely rappers.
Right.
Like on the real shit.
Yeah.
But this family, they just literally run around. And I'm like, y'all talented. I mean, like,
yeah.
You know, but,
so CP3, it is my favorite time. Actually, you know what? Before we even do that part, give me 5 do's and 5 don'ts of the industry.
I think I already gave you that.
Yeah. Warfare already did that part. Yeah, he gonna put you through everything that he went through.
That's true.
Already.
It could be anything.
5 do's and 5 don'ts of the industry. What are your 5 do's and 5 don'ts? It's yours. Don't lose that top ball for Miami.
Nah. Number 1 would be motivation. 2 is make sure you like dedication. Just keep going. Like don't stop. Like even if you ain't like drop the song, just keep going. Like make a song. Like try to stay motivated. Like drop a song and don't just drop that one song. Keep another song and play. Like and then number 3 or number 2 or 3. No, 3.
They got you counting.
That's cool. Network. You always want a network. You never know who you're gonna meet. They could be your access to where you need to go, anything like that. Number 4 is like promote yourself. Like make sure you get your name out there. Invest in yourself. Stuff like that. My 5 don'ts. I want to say, don't portray like something that you're not. Like just be yourself. And then number 2, don't. I don't really have 5 don'ts.
Okay. It's cool. I mean, we gonna, you know, we're just gonna be a beat continue on. So next thing gonna be like, yo, we want the rest of those. With the rest, like, what the fuck are you talking about? The rest of the don't. So now we get to my favorite part of the show. CP3, what is my favorite part?
The favorite part of the show on At the Bar Radio is Bars at the Bar.
This nigga voice changed like
Can I hear my professional voice? I'm trying to get my game on, dog. I'm trying to get picked up.
He just went. He went from gangster to professional like in like 6.30 seconds.
To be able to adapt to the situation, my bro.
So basically, Bars at the Bar. We just want to hear some bars. They could be written. They could be freestyle. I chopped these up. I put up the last one. I think I put up Jay Warfare's joint on TikTok. And we got like 600 views.
Really?
Yeah.
Run off king.
Huh?
You like to run off.
I don't never run off.
Nah, but it was dope. I mean, like, I just started. Honestly, I hate TikTok, so that's not my thing. I just happen to be like, you know what? It's something different that I can promote the show, and that, especially that part of the show. So it only gives me a minute for a video, but I put it up and I actually got some good views and stuff.
Okay.
So you know, let's hear some.
Number 1. I'm number 1. So I'm gonna just, y'all already heard the song, so see deep inside, yeah, I'm in pain, but I'ma say I'm fine. Depression is killing me slowly, but I swear I'm trying. I'm 23, but I could die before I hit 25. See, life's a gamble, my nigga, you gotta see the signs. That's why I calculate every step like a chess move. See, this is permanent, can't relate like a tattoo. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, I'm hard as bamboo. Been through the storm 100 times, ain't nothing I can handle.
Your turn.
Thinking to myself, I gotta get it. Just a young nigga from the trenches on a mission to the millies, gotta get it. We been dropping hits, I know they sleeping. We just gotta show they know I'm booked up for the weekend. Hardly ever sleeping cause my mind steady racing. Mama steady struggling, I'm just trying to pay the bills. They say that they love me, they don't know just how I feel. They say everything up in the dark come to the light. I did shit for people who wanna hold me down. So please don't say I changed when you're not around. Tell the deuce to see you later, know I'm better now. Tell my family that we won't struggle, I won't let them down. Know it been some weeks and we ain't even speak. They think we beefing, we ain't beefing in my own life. Got some niggas out cause they was righteous for that cheddar. They wanna see me fall, but I'm a ball and I won't let up, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. CP3, you got some balls?
Got the bars over there.
Go ahead, man. You know it's been too long. I've been school, bro. Go ahead.
CP3 can't even open his eyes.
It just show my eyes are always like
This show your eyes was already there.
Nigga, I thought you
I'm
was.
black and meat. Leave me alone. Stop profiling.
Niggas watch this show, they be swear that you Korean.
Yeah, sometimes I work to carry out.
You know what? We'll never get sponsorship.
Never.
Never. You think I say ratchet things, man?
Well, I feel like last week was a bit much for him, so he's doing better. No, last week he was really acting.
I mean, we still got some moonshine left.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you can't ever have moonshine again.
So, my bad because I didn't contact the dude because I had so much going on this weekend. But I'm working on getting a gallon of moonshine.
There you go. Why you
See? But y'all talk about me when I get on air when we had these
okay, but we can have something else.
you guys are
because you
neighbors.
don't act right.
I mean, we can bring you water. We what?
We don't tell you to drink it. First of all, who bought the moonshine last week?
You did.
I know I bought it.
Okay, so
Some customer gave it to him. It was yours.
I'm not a bad influence. You guys got me drinking, talking about this at the bar radio. Y'all was talking bad about me when I was just drinking beer. You know, you gotta drink liquor now.
No, well, we didn't say drink more beer.
So you saying that you felt the peer pressure?
Nah, it's saying y'all got me to start drinking on the show again like I used to drink back in the day, and that's y'all fault.
So
it's our fault.
Exactly, I ain't taking no blame.
Because we told you to bring the moonshine.
Hey, y'all always bring a bottle I felt left out. I wanted to join the party. I wanted to have.
But you ain't, when I pour moonshine, you ain't want to drink.
Notice
no, you had moonshine cherries. That's a whole different bottle.
Notice that there are two liquor bottles on the table, and the one that's halfway empty is the one that you brought.
Yeah, but who finished it got it down there? Look.
Probably me.
Yeah, I know. Like, when I left it was halfway full.
It was not. Wait.
Also, it's my fault because I left it.
CP3, you know damn well I was not halfway full.
All right, it was 1/3.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Try to make me out to be what I am.
Exactly. Call it black.
But you're evil. So before we let them out of here, and then we go on a little quick music break because I know CPT want to talk about sports and everything and all that other good stuff. And plus, we do got some I do got some topics on the After Bar page that we gotta talk about. And unfortunately, we do gotta talk about what happened in Northeast last night. So it's been a lot, just random shootings and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And we also need to talk about these two albums that have been.
We're definitely going to talk about that. We definitely going to talk about the Kanye, the Drake. You know. I mean, obviously, we know that CP3 is.
He's in a Drake mood today. So, I mean.
I was playing Kanye early. I was playing Jay early. Y'all just walked in when Drake was.
Okay, but I walked in
y'all
before
gonna
everybody
trying
else.
to think. I'm listening to that red nigga all the time.
Was you playing Tootsie Slide when he walked in?
When Nate came in, I was over there, half asleep, because he was listening to Drake.
You know,
for hours.
Wasn't it just on Spotify? That's
Did you
all
play?
I was
What song did you walk in on? Was it Tootsie Slide?
I can't even remember, but I was like, what are we listening to?
It was like the 1-2 step and all that other
He was
bullshit.
like, oh, it's just Spotify. I was like, oh, okay, so thinking it was just gonna be the one song. Then it was more. It was just some
I put in
more.
Rick Ross as the champion.
No.
And that's what came.
No.
Drake.
No.
Anyway,
I feel like you put in Drake because when they came in a while later, it was still Drake. So.
so when y'all walked in, was the Drake playing?
I don't even remember.
No, you know.
You're getting persecuted over here. What's wrong with Drake?
You know, it's so bad.
How do you figure that? See, you gonna start
CP3,
That's virtual profile.
CP,
That's wrong.
CP3, he threw you, he threw you an alley oop because he said it too quick, so I know he knows.
And then I said it at first, remember? They
Yeah,
started laughing.
yeah.
No, it's true.
That's cool.
He said it too quick. He said it
All
too.
the protection.
Dog,
Listen, West.
dog. He said that answer way too quick. He said, no, I don't remember. You know. Anyway. Anyway, Drake, certified lover boy. What can they find your music at and stuff like that?
On all platforms, just type in Broken Silence, or you can type in SGMB Jug or Warfare J on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your music. The album should be the first one because that's the one that just released Monday on the 30th. So you should see it, Broken Silence.
So one of the things I always say, like that I always loved about Warfare was like this. He, you know, when came to performing, he would bring people out to, you know, he'd have his cameraman, he would have or camera woman, and he would always have like establish a small team. You ain't gotta have 100 niggas on stage to have a team, you know, but establish the right people and they put you in a good place. You know, a lot of people will spend trips to go to Atlanta and Miami and stuff like that, and then the most they got is footage on their cell phone. You know, because they don't want to invest in themselves, and it's never been his problem to invest in himself. I urge all artists, like, if you want to be taken seriously, you got to invest in yourself. If you're not going to invest in yourself, then it's not going to happen for you, son. You know, it really ain't, because if you're not your biggest fan, if you're not your biggest supporter, you can't expect other people to believe in you because obviously you don't believe in yourself. Right. You know, I'm a big fan of put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely. All right, so we're gonna go to some video breaks, and we're gonna let these gentlemen get out here because unfortunately today is the day that my air just decided my AC just said fuck it. So yeah, you got people over today. Yeah, I'm just not gonna work at all. And then at that, I didn't even have time to play with it, try to fix it because I've been out the house all day. You know, it is what it is, but we ain't gonna keep them. I do appreciate them coming through. As always, it's always been fun. And then, you know, we're gonna play some. I'll play some videos real quick, and are you sober enough to do sports? Because you know you oh Lord, you might get put us off the air because he'll start going on fans and.
Nah, fans been kind of quiet. There's been a couple of fans I've been talking to. Most of them been quiet. Most of them, most of them don't know shit. But you know, I try to educate them and give them a better perspective of what's going on. I just put it out there. Man. Some of them don't, and you know they don't know shit about football. So I try to break it down to them in a reasonable and insightful way. And then once they try, until they, take it to another level, then, sometimes the insults come out. But you gotta be careful.
Sometimes?
No, well, you gotta be careful stuff you say now, because if you say something that flag you and put you in jail.
I told somebody I was gonna kick them today, and they
that's bullying.
It was inciting violence.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, right before, because Facebook had banned us for 30 days for a post that they say I put up for a meme or something. I was like, okay. So somebody had said something slick to me in like one of these little groups or whatever. And it was like, well, why are you doing this? And I was like, why are you acting like that? And the minute I said it, it was like 3 days before the show, they was like, you are banned from posting for 24 hours. So then I was just like, yo, I can't even reply back because.
But no, how about this? Somebody literally asked me, trying to be funny. He asked me, did I get a lobotomy? And for those who don't know, that's a surgery that some people get for like mental illnesses and things. So it was okay for him to say that to me. So I said, if I felt a little better, because I got allergy issues and everything. I said, if I felt a little better, I would kick you. I was the one that got flagged today.
Yeah, they
Yeah, that's why you can't fall for.
And that's the thing. I have to be careful. I gotta be careful because I know the stuff that I posted from 10 years ago just randomly shows up and then they will block me.
I told y'all, don't respond to it.
No, I didn't respond to the
Don't
one
respond. Just put remove notification if you don't. That's all I've been doing. I got like
I didn't
100
even
and then
remove
bring some
nothing.
out.
I just clicked it on.
Yeah, because it's gonna come up like 2 or 3 times. Just keep on just ignoring it and don't nothing happen. I
I
got like
got so mad. I was about to say disagree, and I was like, no.
900 and something.
Yeah, I just,
That's because you probably post inappropriate stuff.
Yeah.
But
I post
no,
stuff
like,
that they post on Facebook on other people's pages that don't get flagged. Don't get me started. I've been drinking. I'm stay on the air.
yeah.
Know what'll happen. F-bomb will get dropped.
That wouldn't be the first time.
Exactly.
But it was when you was insulting certain people.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so we're going to do a BWA no pressure. You should like this video, CP3. Look at that. He's Logan. Nigga on his hands there. He fucking burger.
A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Everybody a queen, well bitch I'm a nuisance. Come to your city, yo nigga I'm looting. Bitch I'm a stepper, period. She think she fucking with treasure delirious. Lil' George stalking my page, she curious. She think I'm playing at raps, I'm serious. I ain't got time for all of that chit chat. Stepping too close and get hit with the reflex. First I'm an Average, you know I'm a leader. Don't follow no rules, only follow procedures. Like if a bitch get out of line, stuck her. A nigga wasting my time, fuck her. Promoter ain't giving no money, then dub it. Don't play with a gang when you see us in public. If I had nothing, you know I would clutch him. I grip on the strap and you know I'ma bust it. A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do.
Hit my phone like, Tay, where you at? I dropped the pen, come give me that neck. He drowning this pussy, he like, what the heck? I don't be bragging about how I be wet. My drip game awesome, you know I be flossing. Pretty ass here, and you know that I'm bossy. He think he a pimp, well bitch I'm a pimp. Louis back heavy, I walk with a limp. Money on my mind, I'm talking about commas. Fly takes back a hoe with that drama. This is my son, I call him my toddlers. Big booty bitch, they call me a wobbler. Ass hair broom, that's true facts. Got your nigga on my ass, that's true facts. Bitch, you and my bitch don't do that. If you want that bitch, I'ma screw that.
A nigga was fucking on me, he was in love. Don't let that little nigga lie to you. Ain't finna pressure a nigga to get out his feelings. Nah, that's what his mama do. Ain't finna beef with no little bitty bitch, she get beat. That's what that drama do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Yeah, that's what them commas do. Ain't in no waste of my time. Run of these bands, that's what them commas do. Yeah.
DEE. I'm Mr. DJA. Yeah, Chris. Yep. And not hot. Oh, come on.
Nigga, did you say hot man?
I'm about to say hot. I'm about to say hot. That show was slipped up.
Money.
That's me right there on the brand. DJ Chris.
Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. Cause Cause money is what I'm talking about. Money, make you shut him mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, make him shut him mouth. Keep playing with this Goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming on my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised. This is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, is what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. Use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money is what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign, so independent, my money be corporate. These rappers is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that Soarin'. She always go ahead and let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, man. And you can never, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money is what I'm talking about.
Batteries. Fucking AAA batteries.
It was your thermostat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking AAA batteries.
That's how I do that.
Done killed my life.
But I don't like how that.
I don't like how that happens neither. It's some bullshit. Cheeky eyes! Yo. Money, what I'm talking about. So we back. DJ Grip is still in the building with us. Yo, real talk, salute to DJ Grip. He DJ'd my my nephew's party today.
All right.
You know, and he made sure he didn't play inappropriate songs. Like, I didn't really want to see, you know, him play something like WAP and have a little 3-year-old twerking.
But that's because he's an old school DJ.
And then I'm going to kick him in their diaper or something.
That's what people back in the day, DJs understood you play to your audience.
Yes.
People, these new day DJs, I'll be like, babe.
It'd be a baby party and they'd be like, whoop that trick.
Yeah. And I saw, and then even if people dress up in the costume, I saw one party, I think I might have sent it to y'all. It was like one of the characters was like twerking.
So, yeah, so I remember that.
Twerking. I was like, no. That's
so my nephew went gangster for a little bit. My nephew decided, because we had a Mickey Mouse theme party.
Right.
So my nephew decided to throw while Mickey is trying to take a picture with this kid. Actually, one of my nieces. Actually, yeah, one of my nieces. One of the random cousins, whatever.
Okay.
He takes the ball and he throws it at him. So
At Mickey Mouse?
yes,
or-
at Mickey Mouse. So, but the other kids is cousins, so he's not really fucking with them. So okay.
So, yeah,
So
but-
he did it once, and I was like, okay.
but yeah.
So I wanted to do the picture again. He did it again. So when we got to like the third or fourth time, I was like, yo.
Honestly, some kids, they're afraid of these characters.
No, he was loving it.
No. What I'm saying is when they're afraid, sometimes it's the way that they react. It's not necessarily that they're afraid and they're going to cry, but they're like, man, this dude looking shady. And he with my cousin. You know what I mean? Like, he probably thought Mickey was shady. He didn't like the way he was looking, them eyes or whatever, them big ears. You know, like, he wasn't feeling me. And I'm only saying that because I was that kid. I didn't cry, but they had a picture of me pulling Santa Claus beard off.
The fuck? You was gangster.
I was like I wasn't a year old. I was 6 months old.
He was committing assault at 6 years old.
No, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was 6 months old, but you can see me like looking at Santa, and I just got my fingers in his beard and pulled.
So
It happens.
like when he got to the third time, I was just like, stop.
Yeah.
And then by the tone of my voice, he knew there were one or two options that's about to happen.
Stop.
He's either stop or I'm gonna whoop that ass.
It happens.
And then he did what all kids should never do around me.
Oh yeah, you said that.
But he had a tantrum.
Yes. So he jumped on the ground, he fell out, and he was about to cry.
Because he was trying to protect his family by taking Mickey
I
out.
don't hear that shit. Oh, that
He
shit.
was trying to protect his family.
Oh, that shit.
Take Mickey out, and you told him to stop. So now he don't know what to do because he's trying to tell y'all he's shady. But he's 3, you know.
Hey, Greg, is there another Mickey in that bag, or he drank them all? They drank them all. Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me see if there's a Modelo in it.
Oh, my God. No, I thought you were drinking something else.
I ain't drinking nothing. Gotta eat first, yo.
So, yeah. He popped I need to. It should be a thing on there.
Wait. Did you hear this? He said,
how the fuck you
he
didn't?
said, I didn't eat. I said, you did eat. He
It should
said,
be a
"Oh,
can
I
opener with
didn't
two black
eat a lot.
handles.
I didn't eat a lot. I just had a burger and a steak.
I don't count.
They don't count.
The full plate.
Nah, that's not the one.
Y'all like the full plate.
That shit holds you over a little bit, don't you
I
think?
ate that earlier. It's like, what?
But-
9 o'clock now. That was around like 4.
Well,
Yeah. And then the
But
drink.
so the funny thing about that is that when he did that, I politely walked over to him.
Yep.
I looked him at him. I said, "I don't think you want to do that." I was like, "Get up." He went to cry. I said, "Stop." He balled that face up, and nothing came out. And
He
then
was trying to stop. You know how kids be.
I was like, "You do know I'm the uncle that beats kids in public."
And I'm that auntie, so I understand. Because I snatch a kid in a heartbeat and get real close to him and speak really softly. And
So he
they be
balled,
like, "Uh-oh."
so he balled his face up, and then my sister was like, "What's wrong, Shy?" I was like, "He's about to get his ass whooped." That's what's wrong.
On his birthday. That happens.
You know, I'm the uncle that's a fear lord. So,
Yeah, I did. I beat that anyway. I don't get that.
so,
Take the fat off and everything.
That happens.
so I guess let's go right into this. I know because I know when CP3 youth is going to end it all with your sports stuff. So let's get this other rants out before you let you unleash the sports. So,
Good stuff for what? Sports?
Football.
Oh.
So, one speedy recovery to my cousin Hawanya Harper. She's a Chef Rock's sister. Last week on the show, I received a phone call, and I was told that she was in the hospital because she had a stroke. She is recovering. It's a day-to-day process. but we will definitely want some of their prayers and stuff. So then this week, 2 albums got released. And 2 albums were overly hyped. And 2 albums that were disappointing to listen to. I'll start with Kanye's. I listened to Kanye's joint. Kanye's joint reminded me of it's not a good version of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was a phenomenal album. And it was a concept album. This reminds me of one of Kanye's concept albums. There's nothing spectacular about the beats, anything like that, but it's an album of really he's at the point where he's mature and he can just do what the fuck he wants, and that's exactly what he did with this album.
Yeah.
And he just, at this point, he's just making music with Kanye. But then again, this is the same person who, he gave you the other album that he did, for was it Gods, whatever it was called. He did a religious album.
Right.
Keep in mind though, all the criticisms that we're getting from Kanye's album. Oh, y'all niggas that's still playing Lil Nas X, he's pregnant on some type of cover.
He was supposed to be trolling Drake's album cover, and
the problem with that is if Drake did that to him, he'd be homophobic.
Right, and I feel like that's not the first time he tried to troll Drake and his album cover, which I'm kind of confused as to why he keeps doing this, because not only did he release the pictures of him being pregnant, but then he also, you know how Drake's album cover is a whole bunch of emojis with women that are pregnant. He had a whole bunch of emojis with men being pregnant. Same exact album cover, and I'm like, what do you gain from this? I feel like at this point, he just wants attention, and I don't like it. It's not.
You know what?
People who are speaking out against it, and he's lashing out at people who are speaking out against it.
It's all fun and games until you get your ass whooped in a very serious situation.
Yeah.
It's all cute to be like, well, I'm a troll, and this, and then you troll the wrong motherfucker, and he's a real ass nigga, and he beats the shit out you, and then you like, oh, well, he's homophobic because he beats the shit out of me, but then we go to his inbox, and you was trolling, sending this nigga kissing emoji.
Right.
Like, it's all fun and games until you fuck with the wrong person, and then it's not cool. So if Drake did something backlash to him, or say don't do that or anything like that, then he's considered homophobic. Let's be honest, this ain't even an album worth trolling about. Certified Lover Boy, like
It was
it was average at best.
I don't even think it was average. It wasn't. There was one song that I listened to that I said really sounds like a Drake vibe, but it was kind of boring. The only song I really got excited about was the one with he did a snippet of Montel Jordan Daddy's Home, because I hadn't heard that song since the 90s. That was the only one. That was the one called Poppy's Home. That was the only one. I feel like he had a song with Jay-Z on it. Jay-Z did better than him. He had Lil Wayne.
Jay-Z's always gonna do better.
Lil Wayne did better than him. And I'm like, bruh, what were you doing?
Here's the funny thing. I actually think Drake is actually better than Lil Wayne.
Well, and on these songs, no, not on that album. That's the problem. You can't. Lil Wayne can't be better than you on your song, on your album. That's just not. And you're right. Drake has the skills to be better than what he gave us.
Yeah, I think.
And the same with Kanye, but we know Kanye ain't really there. I just pray for that man. Hope he gets
Here's the thing. Donna would have been an okay album if it wasn't so much hype involved releasing it.
Well, I don't feel like it's Kanye nothing either. I really don't.
I don't think like I said, it's average at best. It was one of his concept albums, and it's like when he did the Yeezus album. Like I looked at it, I was like, Blood on the Leaves is my shit though. When I heard Blood on the Leaves, I thought that shit was phenomenal.
But is there anything on that album that you could say that about?
Black Skinhead, Blood on the Leaves. That's about it. There's another one. It's Black Skinhead, Blood on the Leaves, and there's one more song, but I can't
I feel
remember.
like this album didn't really give me bangers for both of them. Honestly.
It really didn't give me banger. It was a concept. So it just gave me concept music.
But that's my thing. Why are we getting that at this point?
Because he's starting.
We waited. How long has it been since the something out?
About 2 years.
Okay. And he closed himself up at one point, saying he's making music. Didn't want to talk to anybody. Went to the mountains or something. He went to Wyoming.
Wyoming.
And said he was working on his music. He did all this for this. And then Drake. I was just like, for real, dude?
So I want to get a before you get CP3's opinion, because he probably like he don't give a fuck.
Well, I haven't heard either one of the albums. I've been at the industry trying to sell cars, so I heard a Drake track that was released I think a couple of weeks ago on the radio. I don't know the name of it, but it sounded pretty cool to me. Kanye, I've always been a Kanye fan. I feel like he's a musical genius, and I haven't heard the album. I'm sure. My opinion is probably gonna be different because I listen to his music with a different ear because he's just a different type of dude with the stuff that he does. So I listen to him with a different ear, and I feel like he's never trying to outdo or impress anybody else. And I think that we've become spoiled by all of the good music he put out. So he put out some stuff that's not up to his normal high standard. We're like, oh, he done lost it. Sometimes.
But you gotta think about it. You remember when Michael Jackson did was it Blood on the Dance Floor? And that particular album only sold like 2 times platinum. They called that album a failure.
It's a flop. Yeah. But
the thing is the bar has been so high.
Well, Kanye and Drake both have. Well, Drake broke the record for most downloads in a day.
Yeah, for Apple Music.
Yeah. So people are interested in it, but we're talking longevity. And if you're a Kanye fan, you're a fan for a reason. And if that artist that you're a fan of doesn't produce at the same level that they were producing before, you're gonna notice it. I'm not a big fan of either one of them. I will admit that they both have bangers, and I can't find one that I really like. I don't identify to any of them. Like I said, the one song that I was actually excited to hear was only because he had a snippet of a song that I remember from back in the 90s that I hadn't heard before. And I thought that the concept of that particular song was good. He addressed, stuff in reference to his son and things like that. So yeah, but I didn't get, first of all, I feel like the title was wrong for the album for Drake. Certified Lover.
That's a weak ass title.
But where is the lover boy part? And he got women being pregnant on the cover. This ain't baby making music. I'm confused. What are you doing?
Because the album was 9 months late.
Yeah.
That's why the women are pregnant on the cover.
Yeah, but your album was 9 months late for what?
So DJ Grip, what is your thoughts on these albums?
Well, here's the thing. When you gotta keep delaying it, then it's not as hot. You know what I mean? It's not as hot as what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's really that hot, you just drop them whatever. The club pick it up, or whoever picks it up, and it's just hot.
So you
got to keep delaying it, different tactics, and there's a secret diss track on it to so and so, or I'm watching Fox News, well, I don't mean whatever news station in the morning, whatever, and they're talking about Kanye, the release part. If you got to get to that point where you got to talk about the buzz at the release party and it's delayed and it ain't even worth it. It's all that just to promote your record, your album. It ain't even like that.
So as a DJ, you feel disappointed?
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm just.
He's saying that
just
you
watch the
delaying that
promotion.
much.
Yeah. Just watch the promotion or lack thereof. If the record's hot, you don't need all this extra stuff that's going on. All this extra foolishness that. Don't get it twisted. Kanye's the man. Don't get it twisted. He's the man. But when you, like you said, 2 times platinum, that's not enough. That's a failure. But me and you, we kill for that. You know what I mean? So it's just you get to a certain level and
well, 2 times platinum would just be off of your name. Look at Drake. Before people even knew what his album sounded like, they downloaded it. So he broke a record because of all the hype.
Yeah.
He didn't break a record because the album was good.
Exactly.
Because this is first listen, you know? People are like, oh, I want to hear it. Download, you know?
Exactly.
So that you got those downloads.
And then the added beef made it even more.
Right.
Because
or so-called beef or
Well,
it wasn't no beef or so-called
but-
beef.
Been saying for a long time, just because you got good record sales doesn't mean you have time.
To the true people, to the true hip hop people, that turns them off.
But
And real, that turns me off.
But here's the thing about that too is Drake has lost most of his beef. He's only won against me.
But it never stopped his album sales. That's the thing. So, and then nobody really took Drake and Kanye having a beef serious.
No. Because the thing about that was that you lost against Pusha T, and your response was to go against Kanye, who you weren't beefing with.
For real. Right.
So, and then you even yelled about Kanye having ghostwriters when the album before that, nigga, you got exposed for what?
Yeah.
Quentin Miller. Who you let Meek Mill beat the fuck up. And also was in an accident who lost like part of his leg and you didn't do shit for him.
But that was your man at once.
But you took his music and gave him a check.
At the same time, what we did learn about Drake is that he had a son that he apparently denied for a minute. So, I mean, do we expect certain things from him? That's his blood. The only thing I can see about that situation is that he was waiting on a DNA test because that little boy. Whoa. Have y'all seen that baby?
That's an ugly kid.
I hope he got a DNA test. It's not even about the baby being ugly. That baby did not look like
But he got any black in him?
came from Drake. So maybe he was waiting on a DNA test. I don't know. But like I said, he did address it. I don't want to give away that song, Poppy's Home. And it has a snippet of Montel Jordan. I heard somebody say, is that Eric Home? No, that was Montel Jordan, Daddy's Home. But I was less than thrilled.
I was with both of them. I just expected better.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do. The truth of the matter is, not everybody can do a good concept album or a good album in general. Because right now and here's the thing, they don't need to because their name is so big that they can do something. Like Scorpion was a way better album than this.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me tell y'all something that's funny. Y'all probably appreciate it because you say my son a little gangster. He comes into my room, I'm listening to the album, and he was like, what is that? That is horrible.
Damn.
I was like, this Drake new album. Yeah, that's bad. Like, he walked back out. He was like, it's loud, I can hear it, and it don't sound good.
Like, here's the thing. So, I listened to 3 new albums. I listened to Nas, King Disease, to, I really don't like the name of that album, but it had Nas track stood out to me because he had a track with Lauryn Hill actually rapping.
Yeah. And we wanted that.
Nigga, I wanted that for 20 fucking years and I finally got it. So that stands out to me. Brunch on Sundays is a good joint too. So those joints stood out to me. The other joints from the other albums really haven't.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jail I listened to, and first of all, I didn't even realize that it's Jail featuring Jay-Z. Kanye's not really rapping. He's like just yelling jail through the whole fucking song.
Right. And so what
it's creative, but
yeah, it's not.
Nigga, and the thing about that is, nigga, or so where is it? Someone had said, I think I was listening to JT Jordan or whatever, news or whatever, and he was like, yeah, you know, because Drake got a Jay-Z feature, and he was spinning some real shit. No, listen to Jail. Jay-Z spinning some real shit. It just doesn't have the great beat to go behind it. Jay-Z spinning some, yeah, man, yeah, about to reform the throne and all that other shit, and that's the shit I want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's some real shit, but
especially
the beat,
for the fact that we knew that there was some, you know.
Yeah, but the beat didn't do it justice, and then Kanye didn't give me a good verse. He got me just,
Well, to what our resident DJ said, I do want to point out that they put all this hype to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what we got, we were like, what? Let's not forget that Beyonce, who happy birthday to her, Beyonce will drop an album that nobody knew about at midnight and break records. Let's keep that in mind. So at the end of the day, you don't need all the hype to get those record sales if your album is good.
Jay-Z did the same.
Exactly. I agree.
Jay-Z did the same. Just the name alone, like, don't get me wrong, because as much as I was like, damn, I was disappointed. I can't front when I say that nigga Kanye did bank. Like, the difference between Kanye and Drake album is, yeah, Drake may sell a little bit more, but that nigga Kanye did bank some money with the whole doing it at these stadiums or listening parties. And also he got money because he streamed that shit live.
Right.
So the marketing plan was mean. And for a lackluster album, he had a good marketing plan.
Well, he got to get the money off the top because this ain't one of those albums that people gonna be playing 20 years from now. This ain't College Dropout. This ain't that.
Nigga, this ain't even College Drop-In.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to get the money up front. So I understand what he did and why he did it, but at the end of the day, you gave us something that was lackluster. You didn't give us, that banger.
And
I understand he got all this stuff going on in his life. And then he got, his mental state of mind has been in question for some time. Whether or not he's on his meds has been, so unfortunately, I don't know if that's the reason why, or if I don't want to say he's falling off, but
sometimes some people just don't get, might not just get his music right.
Right, and I feel like this just ain't it. I just feel like it's not it. I don't know why, but I just don't feel like it's it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, the next album he'll redeem himself and give us what we want from Kanye, because although I'm not a huge fan of his, I do appreciate some of the music he has put out in the past, and the same with Drake, but yeah, Certified Lover Boy wasn't it either, so.
Certified Lover Boy was hot as garbage.
There's gonna be some video out there.
Yeah, but for both of them in the same week, it was like a blow to my heart. It's like I couldn't take both of their albums being like that. Mm-hmm. It kind of hurt my feelings, especially with all this garbage that's out.
But see, that's the whole point. Just the fact that you even making an opinion like that just keeps the buzz going. Just keeps the whole. That's what they want. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it or not, that's what they want. They keep the buzz going. You giving them more press than the next up and coming who is hungry, who is giving you what you want. It's a machine. 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 They know exactly what they do. It's a machine. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. Mm-hmm. They know what they do. They got lawyers, publicists, and Instagram gurus, Twitter gurus, and man, please. I don't
know if y'all can hear our resident DJ. He's sitting here going off.
y'all. I'm
saying like it's but it is definitely a certain tactic that they have going. Like I said, Kanye made their money up front. He got a lot of money up front off of this album because he put in it, but now everybody ain't doing it the way. So I feel like deep down, maybe he knew. He was like, this ain't it, but what we gonna do is.
It's all about marketing and making money. Making money, keeping above the grain, people want to listen. It's the capitalist way of life that we live in. It's no shock. It's always BS behind the scenes you got to deal with. There's always going to be a hidden agenda behind it, and somebody already has stuff locked in, and so they can have their money already taken care of. They got to feed the machine. So it's in every industry. It's the society where we live in.
And it's unfortunate.
I agree, sir. Yes, sir.
It is what it is, man.
Yes, sir.
And y'all notice that we had 2 young artists here. We've had young artists before, but when they start talking about their top duos, y'all notice a trend?
There's no duos. Like,
no, what they saying the people that they did name, you notice the trend? Those are the young guys. Like and when I asked about the older hip hop, they were like, no, because now when we were younger, we pulled from our elders. We pulled that information. We pulled that music. We pulled that style, and you saw that trending in our music. Unfortunately, this younger generation right now, they're not pulling from the older generation. And they're not about to pull from these two albums that we have. They're not about to pull from those. Because that's not even their style. I don't know whose style it is. So it bothers me. And it kind of goes along with when Nas said hip hop is dead. That spoke volumes to me because it's not necessarily dead. Like a lot of people are like, no, hip hop is still alive. No, he's saying certain concepts within hip hop as a community, as a culture, has died. These young kids are not pulling from their elders. They pulling from what's hot right now, and that's it. So they don't know. I'm like, as far as groups, you don't have no groups. Like, you got some people that came out and they like Wu-Tang, they like Outkast, they saying all these groups that were big groups, that might have inspired them, but these young people now, they're not saying this.
I've been saying it for a long time. It's just you realize it and saying it. I've been saying this for a long time.
I know you have. I have too, but I'm just pointing it out because we just dealt with it today.
Right.
It is what it is.
I love these conversations about music. Just to let y'all know, we about to do something special that we was doing at the beginning at the bar. DJ Grip is about to start doing our indie mix, our Spotify indie mix.
All right.
So he's gonna do specific mixes for artists that we have that that we download on Spotify and stuff like that.
Yep.
So but you ain't gonna do the hot shit. So if your shit's garbage, it ain't going up there.
Yeah, we not pulling from people that I hate to hurt their feelings.
It's not my fault. This shit was garbage. That shit was. On a scale of 1 to 10, that shit was at least 12 in garbage.
That's fine. So he was doing something.
No, I just said his arrogance and how he came off on it, and we could have had a real live conversation. And actually, even if the song wasn't hot, we could have had schedule a video interview or anything like that, just to have a good conversation. But the way he came off just kind of pissed me off.
It was like you're challenging us. Nah, bruh. Be humble. Be humble. And I could have easily just been like giving him all suggestions, but he wasn't humble.
Yeah.
He was like, he gave me the impression that he's trying to represent his country, and I'm like, you're a bad representation of your country, which is kind of
like the two young men we just had, very humble.
Right. Not just that they're humble, but they're talented young men. They're positive,
So real talk. When Warfare J was here, we had a conversation that was a tough conversation because he did something that I didn't like. When we were in Miami the first time, and I was like, I didn't like how you didn't network. We had, and CPT was here, and I feel
like I was here though.
You weren't here that day. But we told you about it.
But I remember that conversation, and I remember him. Maybe I was tuning in and sending y'all messages.
You might have. Yeah. But we had a real life, but his response was so genuine and grown. Right? He didn't get offended by what I said, and actually he appreciated what I said.
Right. And I feel like both of them have that in them.
Yeah.
They can take that constructive criticism.
And they could.
And keep moving.
Yes, and still grow.
Hopefully he get to watch this, but I do want him because he said he started off writing poems. Some of the older guys in hip hop started. But that's what hip hop is a big ass poem with a beat. Right, but I want him to kind of look into that because while he was writing poems, he was in Lil Wayne. Let's be real, Lil Wayne wasn't really writing poems.
Yeah.
No shade to him, but that's just not what he was doing. And at the end of the day, he may find some inspiration by going back and listening to certain things, like Tupac. And a lot of people argue whether or not Tupac is the greatest of all time. But Tupac did nothing but write. for someone who started off writing poems, that can be an inspiration to you, especially if you go back and listen to certain things, you know, and know that these songs started off as a poem.
Yeah.
You know, that's deep right there.
So,
I meant to say that while he was here.
oh, what's up with Simple?
Yeah.
They're plugged in with the guy who runs the bar. They're plugged in with the bartender. So, nigga, you look done.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You look done like a steak.
Sitting nice, man.
How we did, nigga. So,
I wish I went to look like anyway. His head was cut to the side. This weird expression.
So,
you okay?
So,
To get my plate. Let me get up there.
so this is something I found interesting. It said, even if fans only want to know why, McDonald's ice cream machines are always broke.
Why? Just why?
The running joke of the soft-serve ice creams are always broke, but now it's an issue and apparently it's being taken seriously.
Yes, because you false advertising.
By now, most people are accustomed to the fact that a McFlurry machine at McDonald's are frequently out of order. And there's even a McBroke map where they can. I didn't even know this.
Where you can track down which ones are working?
Yes.
Yeah. Because let me tell you, it's one. Shout out to the one on Allentown Road, right across from Andrews. Okay? Shout out to them because most of the time, their ice cream machine is working.
According to reports,
I don't get the McFlurry, so I don't know.
Well, I don't either, but I mean, let's say you wanted one. It's good to know that some of them do have it.
But
They not that ice cream machine.
So, according to reports in Wall Street Journal published on Wednesday, the United States Federal Trade Commission reached out to McDonald's franchise this summer to see exactly what's up with the soft serve serve machine. Owners of the McDonald's have said that the McFlurry devices, which Ben's soft serve will add, such as M&Ms and make tasty frozen treats, are overly complicated and hard to fix when they break down.
Okay, here's the problem. All these years.
That shit been going on for 20 years.
All these years. And you mean to tell me, because when the McFlurry first came out, you could always get it. So you're right, it has been about 20 years because McFlurry's been out for like 30, at least. So for at least 20 years, it's been down, like all of them. You mean to tell me that you could not, you don't have, McDonald's is a massive company.
Billion-dollar company.
They have places all over the world. And you mean to tell me that y'all can't get a McFlurry machine or an ice cream machine that can work?
I used to deal with a young lady that worked with me.
I bet you did.
And you know, I asked
Was
her
you
about it.
were you sticking up for burgers?
And what she said? Give us the inside.
Were you sticking her for
They
burgers?
have to clean those machines
At 10 o'clock at night, go ahead.
on a regular during the day to
Every-
prevent from some type of bacteria.
And they don't clean them.
And sometimes when they clean them, they take
They
them
break.
offline and they go out of whack. Or whatever.
Mhm.
So
But
that's pretty
all
much
these
what it is.
years, y'all couldn't figure out, maybe get an engineer, hire an engineer to create a new one. No, they need to.
to make money and then they.
So they
They
can't
need
figure out.
to because they done redid all the McDonald's. They done redid all of them. Now you know what I'm talking about.
They
The one
did.
near us got redone.
They have less
you
real
go-
people working there,
Right.
and they
gonna
have
fix
more
the outside,
computers.
but not the ice cream machine. Nah, bro. I stopped eating McFlurries like 20 years ago. Why? Because you can't get one. That's because you was never mind. You just said you was dealing with a girl that worked there, so that's probably why.
So on a sad
When
note,
I go, they be like, "Oh, it's down." You get special treatment. Well, so I need to call you and like, "Hey, you go get me a McFlurry because clearly I'm not gonna be able to get it. You can."
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm going to use you. So for your, I'm not gonna ride with you because she's gonna get mad at me and think I'm your girl or something. And she like, "Hey, ain't your sister?" So
Use me for a McFlurry.
I mean,
you don't want to put it out there.
hold on. You would never use me for a
I
hookup.
said used to.
Hold on. Would you use me for a hookup?
Yeah,
All right then. Okay.
He said, I have and I will. Nigga, he done said the past and the the future. All in the same motherfucking sentence.
Like, but you act like I can't get a McFlurry.
I said, you still don't do it no more.
Okay, but every time you go, so you must have the McDonald's pimp expression, and they love you, and they're like, oh, hey, boo. Here you go.
I stopped by McDonald's and get me a.
So the one down the street from here got the McFlurry. Cause yeah, you was with me one time. And we got the ice cream, and I was like, the ice cream machine working?
So,
But I went to that same one before.
and the shit wasn't working.
working.
So,
McDonald's.
You went international McDonald's, what?
So,
Yeah.
so once again, we're drinking. One of us is drinking Tiana Tasty joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiana Tasty.
I ain't gonna lie though. I almost want to kick. I almost wanted to keep that shit for myself. And lady Anthony, he wanted to.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank
I ain't gonna lie though. I thought we had 2 in there, and we only had 1, and I thought about it.
But hold on. Here's the crazy part.
But I knew she made that for you.
Right. Here's the crazy part, y'all. I'm just letting all of our folks know. So I had 1, right? Then this is my second one. Y'all want to know CP3 tried to bully me for this one?
Ain't no evidence of that.
He tried to bully me. And
I politely asked.
no, he tried to bully me. He didn't have like 4 of them.
She told me she was gonna put her.
He had 3. He had 3. I had 4. He had 3.
Well, he told me 4. So
You had 4?
He might have turned to 4.
If you had 4, that means I had 5.
Yeah, you had 5. You had 5. I had 4.
see, and this is my second one.
Should have been here.
Oh,
I couldn't leave. I was out of town.
I want it down.
What the hell?
I want it down. Now they got hooked on it, man. It's the first time I had it, I was like, whoa.
So
The second time, I was
clearly,
like,
Tiana Tasty.
yeah, she need to come on back.
So this Saturday, is it Saturday?
Sunday, the 11th.
It's Sunday the 11th. They're doing where's it at?
Marbury, Maryland. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, I might have to ride with you. I might be kind of far.
Okay, I'll send you the link.
Wait, Marbury? Like not up Marbury, but
No, Marbury, Maryland, like past Charles, past Bryan Street, like going down to 10.
Okay.
Yeah, Bryan's Road. Excuse me. Thank you,
So
sir.
Bryan's
Thank
Road.
you.
Yes.
Going that way, like Marbury, Maryland.
So they're having a big event. An artist they know is performing.
What time does the show end? Once you pass Bryan's Road.
It's all day. It's from it
So
starts
you
at
gotta go
4. It
early
starts
and
at like
early.
3 or 4 until 11. It's an all day event.
So-
We'll have vendors.
So is that the St. Mary's County side or the St. Charles side?
It's just past
I'm not
Bryan's
sure.
Road. Let's say
I can-
St. Charles.
I'm not sure. I can see the
Okay.
link. I'm not sure
Because
exactly.
either way, CP3 needs to leave early.
Not
So-
just me. Not just me. Once you get past Bryan's Road, that's a whole different
I'm
part
just,
of
just being real.
So no, I'm understanding because one, we don't have a guest next week.
Okay.
So if we wanted to do something and go on location, I can film it and stuff
that's
like
what's
that.
up. That's
If I got to
that's
ride
what's
out there, I definitely want to go out there and support the
So
job.
the 12th?
that's what's
Yeah.
up. Because I'm
talking about the 11th or the 12th?
yeah,
That's a
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you can't go on Saturday if you got work.
I got something to do on the 11th.
I might be if I catch a ride with you, then I might just roll with you. Come off that.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
And see, y'all see how that works?
We want to support people that support us.
We network, we support, we do all that.
So
And
that
so
one.
Tiana Tasty will be there.
Yeah.
She will.
Tiana Tasty, y'all.
So-
for our St. Charles and St. Mary's people, yeah, y'all need to.
So what I'm
what?
yes. So what I'm gonna try to do is this. So that means she works that weekend.
Should be one of the vendors there at this event. Yeah.
Will she be off on Sunday? Well, she got work that Sunday.
I'm not sure. You have to.
We have to
contact-
go
I'm not
because
sure.
here's the
I can
thing.
get back with you on it.
Because if she doesn't work that Sunday, then we can have her here. But if she works that Sunday, the next following Sunday, we're gonna do a video call with Chef Rock.
Absolutely.
I can't have him in the building because he's running and Queen's Mother's out in Arlington, and it's keeping him very busy.
Yeah.
And but I said, you know what? I got video capability. We can do a video call. and we'll have him on video.
That's fine.
So we can do that next week. I mean, next the following Sunday. So if she's not able to come, then we can she can be in studio and we can still have him. Yeah, or we can have her on video. We got all of them on video. But
She might work.
we'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. Either way, I mean, when y'all come, it's always a party anyway. It's just really crazy because the 2 times I came was the 2 times Lady Antoinette was not in the building.
But he came in, but not as a guest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like,
She feels cheated.
Oh no.
She feels cheated. She feels like you cheated her. That's why she feels the type of way towards you.
They're like, oh, Lady Antoinette, but nah, I shouldn't be going anywhere till November. I feel like CP3 be feeling some kind of way.
So I'm about to get a plate, so I'm gonna play a video. But before we do that, unfortunately, last week, Nene Leakes' husband, Greg Leakes, passed away from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That I felt really sad because it's very sad because one, when you do reality television as a couple, they tend to break up.
Right, and they stayed together.
And they stayed. And anytime when black love is lost, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
My grandparents, I remember going to their 50th anniversary.
Me too.
And she rocked with my grandfather, until he hit the grave. And even my other grandparents, they rocked with her grandfather. They rocked with my grandfather until he passed away.
Right.
So when you have that special bond, it's very sad to see that go. I remember when she made the comment and they asked about where her husband was. He was like, "Well, he's at home dying." And I thought maybe he was just sick, but and it was very severe.
Yeah, and their love seemed very genuine. And I'm saying this, I don't watch reality shows.
I don't really watch the show. I just know who she is.
I know who she is. I know who he is.
Yeah.
I'll follow someone on Instagram, and I'll see like clips and videos of them. And every time I saw them, they seemed real genuine.
They seem like they love each other.
Yeah, I like that. I've heard different things because, of course, a lot of people do watch reality TV. So I've heard things over the years about her and her husband's marriage. We've seen wedding pictures. So for those who have watched the show, it's almost like you know them,
Yeah.
And so the world, the culture that surrounds reality TV and watching them throughout the years, they mourn for her.
Definitely. I mean, this has been like 20 years or 10, 15 years.
I don't remember exactly how long, but we've seen like her wedding.
Yeah.
Her wedding photos and videos and seen them throughout the years. So that is heartbreaking for someone to lose a spouse.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking because you lose a partner.
Yeah, and then she has so much other success. She has a spot in Atlanta that's very successful right now. It's a lounge, and for her to celebrate that success.
But not how your loved one there.
But I mean, he was there. He was there for the ribbon cutting and all of that. But to have this flourish and have so much success, and then also deal with this heartbreak at the same time,
it's a lot. Yep.
So prayers out to Nene and their family.
So
on the death of Greg.
Definitely.
Yeah. So and honestly, guys, we got too many men leaving us due to colon cancer. Black men.
So before I even go to break about that, last year I was scared as shit. So I'm with Kaiser and they have an app. I have an app to schedule appointments and stuff like that. So they sent me a joint and it was like, we need to check you for colon cancer.
Right.
This is the early pre-screen.
Yeah.
And it's like because of your age and all this other stuff. And I remember getting it. I remember sitting in where I'm at now and just looking at it. And I was just like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna do it. Don't really want to know everything went with. I was so, and then when I finally did it, I finally got the nerve up to do it and sent it, and I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared.
Yeah.
And then it was like they texted me, you can check your results online, and everything came back.
You be like, what?
I was like,
anxiety be up here.
And man, like I ain't gonna lie, that's one time the punk bitch came out. You be like, what they gonna say? But you know, but after the results came out, I felt a lot less. I felt relieved.
Right.
And then I think I started to really address and wanted to take my health a little bit serious.
Right. And like I said, you know, we have a lot of prominent Black men that, you know, have spoken out, especially, okay, if you didn't know, Chadwick, we lost Chadwick to colon cancer. And that's Black Panther, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is real. Like, we need you guys to get checked. So that's
yeah, I mean,
especially those who are 40 and over.
Yeah.
Like, they're that's who's getting hit right now.
Yeah.
There are some that are younger, but 40 and over, like, you gotta get checked, you know.
And getting, according to shout out to Dave though, getting your prostate check is not having your girlfriend stick her finger up your ass while you're getting your dong something. That's not a prostate check. That's just being anally raped.
They say that you can check your prostate.
But
Yeah, if she's not a doctor, that's not getting your prostate.
Otherwise, it's another name for that.
How would she
that
know?
means that she has to continuously do that.
I mean, if
she
she's
wouldn't
done it,
know
she's
what
doing it now.
enlarged.
I mean, she's done it before, so she probably knows it.
I
You know what? I'm going.
questions, but I'm not going to ask this question because you scare me right now.
I don't want to know the answer. I don't want the video.
I know people from different backgrounds.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh my God.
Right.
Help.
Help.
You asked the question.
No, I didn't. That's what I'm telling you.
Go on.
Swayze, why you do it to
I was
him?
trapping, I was stressed. Now I'm rapping, getting blessed. I wanted first, won't go for seconds, and I still got that weapon. If I got it, I might sell it. Please don't try to test me, cause you know the CJ stepping. Where he walk, he talk, he different. Only 18 and he pimpin'. Homies hating from a distance. I know why these niggas shitting, cause I'm doing it and y'all didn't know a mill is waiting on me. I can't stop until I get it. I can't fall, I'm on my pivot. Used to crash out on the cinch, but I can't. I built my business by a beat pad and a pencil. Sound proud of you, first lady. Yeah, I'm glad to see us winning. Yeah, it's time to paint a perfect picture, but we ain't no perfect niggas. Money, clothes, glocks and hoes. That's how all my niggas roll. Smoking Zion, don't ask me why. I stay high, nigga. Yeah, I know what's going on. Always high. Let's talk about my hoes. I got Aisha and Felicia. I be hunching on Felicia. I be dogging out Felicia. Nice to meet you. And this is my class. I am the teacher now. Pass the blunt. This is that gas. I blow your speakers out. On the charts, I'm talking 21. Ain't talking savage. Please don't try me like no average. Yeah, that talent I been had it. Breaking all my bad habits. Getting rich and living lavish. Ashley is a good man, but the streets they made me wretched. Streets talk. Young nigga, ayy, get that money, stack. Your phone was filled with nothing but them 80s. Now it's nothing but the baddest. Used to sell weed out of bags, flexing cause I never had it. Hate, I'm in a different bracket. Drink too much, can't let them catch it. Show my ass, they swear I'm adding extra. They hating cause they want a feature. Watching cause they know I'm pressure. I ain't sorry that I'm special. Take a picture, write a letter. Know my days is getting better. Even in the hills, I still need salt and pepper. Money, clothes, glocks and hoes. That's how all my niggas roll. Smoking Zion, don't ask me why. You know Simba always high. Let's talk about our hoes. I got Aisha and Felicia. I be hunching on Felicia. I be dogging out Felicia. Nice to meet you. And this is my class. I am the teacher now. Pass the blunt. This is that gas. I blow your speakers out. On the tracks, I'm talking 21. Ain't talking 7. Please don't try me like no average. Yeah, that talent I been had it.
Booking a trip can feel dramatic, but with free cancellation, you can't go wrong with Hotels.com.
I can't believe I have to do this in the car!
You got this. Just push the button to book the trip to Florida and calm down.
Women really enjoy it when men tell them to calm down.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
You can't go wrong with Hotels.com.
Serious. Come on, man. Not oxtails.
I don't even weigh 210 pounds. You've lost me. That's insane.
I lost 53 pounds. I would say that it far exceeded my expectations.
In week 10, down 107 pounds. This program actually blew it out of my expectation. I wish I would have started 20 years ago.
I get further and further in by the time I hit the 9.
You the type of nigga, if I pull up in a brand new Porsche or some shit. Brand new Porsche. You'll be like, yo, what year is that? What year is that, man? Fuck you mean what year it is, nigga? It's a Porsche. In order to grow up, you gotta glow up. I followed you niggas rap styles, I am the one. I'm like the earth and you keeping me lit, so you my son. Niggas bitching like some hoes cause you broke. Plus the villains stay shitting like my nose full of coke. Listen, you keep saying you a killer and you shoot. You got a couple murderers in your crew. Well, I ain't never heard of ya, where's the proof? So I asked, who you trying to convince, me or you? Listen here, Jeremy, your parents really miss you. They want you back home with your sisters and no issue. You wanna rep your street life, bitches with a pistol, but when the feds come, you'll be snitching like a victim. Yeah, real ones, they ain't visible. Everybody in the streets really miserable. You got these kids thinking fame for the criminals, but that's the same thing that got Gotti in their vision. You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster. You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster. These dudes hated Vega villain from the start. Trust that, making money is my art. And I could draw on a nigga in the dark. Catch him slipping while he whipping bust back Rosa Parks. The truth, I came up in the accused without kissing ass. Spit the crack, the speakers of stem. I made him kiss the glass. Vega is a hustler. Living made me rougher. Prison made me tougher. Pretty motherfucker. My confidence is zero tolerance. Lyrical dominance is prominent. I dissect Kane, Pyrex gang. All y'all niggas talking tough on tracks. I'm from the south side of Cuse. We pull up on cats. I throw bullets like Cam the fun chest. Whoever won test. Sit your trap with your bitch and my hand up a sundress. Promise that your bitch won't miss you, cause I'm official. Quick fast, Vega get in your ass, I'm like tissue. On Facebook, you so damn tough, you acting different, nigga. You ain't yourself right now, you need a Snickers, nigga. Running your lips at Vega could get you killed. A lot of y'all been bit so long, you a MILF. Spit sick, pray for me, my safe is a bakery. Whip quick, flip bricks, occupation masonry. Basically, I'm raping me, trap, no mistaking me. Racks for civilians stay strapped like a baby. You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster. You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster.
Gangsters take care of all their kids. Gangsters don't brag about no biz. Gangsters don't tell you how they live. Gangster, you just know what it is.
You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster. You ain't gotta keep repeating you gangster, cause gangsters don't tell motherfuckers they gangster. And gangsters don't yell to no sucker they gangster. That's how I know you frail motherfuckers ain't gangster.
Hold on. I mean, hand soap dispenser, and you just fill it with Dawn or whatever, and then there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Feeling Django, feeling BBL. I am that one that gets out.
Hey, V. Line them up.
10K nigga got 10 bands. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, double it, 10K nigga got 10 bands. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, hey. Hey, her rise is on me, she spot off villain,
soon as I walked in the place. This how I'm coming, how you want it, she want it all over her face. You thinking with your dick, that's why you got a pole in your face. Give it up, get stuck, pussy nigga don't know what to say. Hey, 10K, 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 10K. Q vision today was a good day. All feelings inside, I'm thinking I'm done with this rapping. Hold up, shit, I never had shit, little nigga, I grew up a bastard. Stretching this shit like elastic. Go to the lick and I caught me some V-Long. She want paper or plastic. If I say no, then why you keep asking? I need a Robbie, some shit that go wrong. Miss if you blink, it's like 182. Talking with numbers like 222. I put you to sleep, I go book you a room. In the hellhole, Weezy, Ferrari go room. 10K nigga got 10 bags. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, double it, 10K nigga got 10 bags. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, double it.
10,000 the venue. Walk up past and speak to you. Chicken hard, ain't have a clue. Big bang, rovers is a woo. Younger man in the building. Moving militant like Navy. Get money 10 different ways. Cadillac is a nation. Before its time, he is ancient. Stuck in the money and praying. No delaying, no waiting. On the phone, conversating with Lady or Benjamin. Either one is winning. Big rap, fill of these britches. You know what they do to snitches. If you gon' pass it, you gon' dribble it. Tell me which one is you working. She call my FaceTime and she twerking. It with me, y'all it alert me. Get out here, no internet surfing. 10,000, that's a good day. Spreading it out the long way. That's all work, that did not play.
10K nigga got 10 bags. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, double it, 10K nigga got 10 bags. Don't talk to me, you can't help me double it, double it, double it, double it, double it.
Went hard away, bro.
Niggas ain't loyal, you niggas ain't real. Switch up on you so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money so I cannot chill. Go to Burley and go get me a meal. The streets of my brother so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, then what do you wrong? Fake love is all you ever gon' feel. These niggas ain't loyal, you niggas ain't real. Switch up on you so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money so I cannot chill. Go to Burley and go get me a meal. The streets of my brother so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, then what do you wrong? Fake love is all you ever gon' feel. Brody gone, man, this shit'll feel real. Man, you was just about to sign you a deal. Niggas be hating they pussy for real. My shooter make the chopper sing like a deal. When we get that package, we gon' break the scale. You know my heart, oh, we gon' give him hell. My man couldn't get a part and not the jail. And we couldn't get along if you was real. What? This shit hit deep, can't take the pain. These streets too cold, can't take the rain. Now we gotta keep chopping like Major Pain. Blow that up, got major rain. This shit hit deep, can't take the pain. These streets too cold, can't take the rain. Why they take your life, try make a name? Could've told you do better, so I take the blame. You niggas ain't real. Switch up on you, so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money, so I cannot chill. Chill in Burley and go get me a meal. The streets of my brother, so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, then what do you wrong? Fake love is all you ever gon' feel. These niggas ain't loyal, you niggas ain't real. Switch up on you, so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money, so I cannot chill. Chill in Burley and go get me a meal. The streets of my brother, so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, then what do you wrong? Fake love is all you ever gon' feel.
I'm in the streets for real. They took my brothers, I'm ready to kill. These niggas like fish, I'm shooting they get. I get in the shots with the flash, just like a real. Put his ass in the drain like Max. The stick in the box, I'ma make it pop out like a giant. See, I'm in the field with the sides. I'm getting the rocks from the corner from selling that crack. When I was young, niggas still hate it. Scouted my offs, let's go get the graded. Long list up. They shot at my man in his house, they was waiting. I'ma get my revenge, I'm about to go raid it. Steve's was nice with the rock. He was letting out threes like bullets from Glock. Put his ass with the bus, took one to the heart. Now he ain't ballin' no more. Forced my nigga the star. I'm rapping my pain now. Told myself for that 11, that blood gon' drain. I ain't looking for clout, I ain't looking for fame. She broken my heart and the blood leak and leave a stain. I ain't a fool no more. Lost 3 niggas in 1 month, stay up to my school. Paint up his block, red, leave some gold. This nigga ass snaking me out for a
These niggas ain't loyal, you niggas ain't real. Switch up on you so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money so I cannot chill. Knock up early and go give me a meal. The street to my brother so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, they would do you wrong. Fake love is all you ever gon' feel. These niggas ain't loyal, you niggas ain't real. Switch up on you so it's fuck how they feel. And I want that money so I cannot chill. Wake up early and go give me a meal. The street to my brother so my heart cold. I don't think I'm never ever gon' heal. Don't trust a bitch, they would do you wrong. Fake love is all you ever gon' feel. This shit hit deep, can't take the pain. These streets too cold, can't take the rain. Now we gotta keep chops like major pain. Blow that up, got major rain. This shit hit deep, can't take the pain. These streets too cold, can't take the rain.
He snaking me out, he left me in riddle.
If you sliding, then I'm sliding with you.
Left me in the jam, just like a pickle.
On the cold, I'll never forget you. Now I'm on the road like, where's the pistol?
It's right in my hand, I ain't for the middle.
We on the road, we ready for issues.
I'm ending the soul like, where's the sickle?
Know my fallen soldiers. 2 times I got you.
Empress J y La Pana. Don't hold it back. Don't hold it back. Cuando le pongo este wine, man them saying I. What you mean? Can't handle it when I fling it back. What you mean? You're afraid of it when the bumper drop. What you mean? Aggressive wine give you heart attack. What you mean? Can't manage? Cause the thing's too fast. When I roll, take this bumper, you'll be seeing double. Take your time, manage it, make my knees buckle. You know when you came up on the road, I was trouble. Now you want me to behave and be subtle with this bubble. This bubble? You're mad? When I tremble high, take a wine to the side. When I dip it low, you just take control. When I give it taste, hold tight to the waist, take it slow. Boy, I come in. Cuando entra esta negra al festival, saben que va a haber problemas. Meneando mi cintura y el man le tiene miedo a mi bomba. No aguanta, sacudiendo mis caderas y me dice ponle pausa, ya no puedo más, mami, no puedo más. Cuando le pongo este wine se enloquece every time, se le doblan las rodillas y me grita ay. What you mean? Can't handle it when I fling it back. What you mean? You're afraid of it when the bumper drop. What you mean? Aggressive wine give you heart attack. What you mean? Can't manage? Cause the thing's too fast. When I tremble high, take a wine to the side. When I dip it low, you just take control. When I give it taste, hold tight to the waist, take it slow. Boy, I come in. What you mean? Can't handle it when I fling it back. What you mean? You're afraid of it when the bumper drop. What you mean? Aggressive wine give you heart attack. What you mean? Can't manage? Cause the thing's too fast. La Pana, the man thought he was really gonna take control of this bumper. Nah, chica, con nosotros ese man no puede ras. The man mad? Chuleta.
He always records. He always records something. It's always about the candy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another wonderful evening of music and soul. We have none other than a beauty and a cutie and a treat.
Well, we ain't gonna hear you. What you mean? CP3, have you ever had a Jamaican?
Technically, no.
I heard they're wonderful numbers. We should get.
What do you mean technically no?
I'm taking the West Indies, but never Jamaica.
What was your experience?
It was good. It didn't last that long. She went back to her country. She didn't. I think I.
Oh, when you said didn't last that long, I thought you meant something else. But
No.
okay. I was like,
She be coming for
what?
you.
No, Vegas. I need you to roll the tape back because my expression was like, what?
Damn, bro. We're talking about this on air? What? What do you mean? I.
Talking about me throwing you under the bus.
I'm just saying, maybe it was payback, but it was unintentional, honestly. I was concerned.
And she was cool. You know, she was very attractive. I didn't realize how beautiful the West Indies women are. But yeah, she was here, I think, for the summer. And we chilled out, kicked it, had some fun. Then she went back. Never seen her again. So, yeah, I think I was like, probably, I think about 17, 18.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I just started working. Yeah, I think I just got my car.
Ladies, you get those.
Yeah,
Did you impregnated?
Did you hit a little face snitch?
Yeah, it was moments.
Did you throw up a pregnator?
I thought about it, but I was, I was using still using condoms.
What? What's the way you said that?
Like it's past that time we just go out and swing green dick all day long.
I started using condoms back in 1996, and that was 95.
It's a couple of celebrities that I come across. I put a hole in the rubber myself. That's all I'm saying.
See, you do understand that. That's why God didn't see fit for you to meet these particular celebrities, right?
Hey, but if it happens, I didn't put a disclaimer out there. So
that's why you haven't met them.
A couple, if I don't want Instagram, got to get out of LA.
Bless your heart.
Accidentally on purpose,
Accidentally on purpose.
So let's get back to this so we can let you get your we're leaving you away for your, because I'm just gonna sit back and let you do your sports rant when we're done with all this.
No, there's no rant.
Not
hot. That's what I'm about to
WWE legend Rikishi, his teen niece was murdered, and the suspect is at large. And then they I think they put out I'd say what's a bounty or a reward. That's what it is. That's more appropriate. A reward for the capture or information leading to a murder and stuff like that. That's very sad news.
And for the new age people, Rikishi is the father
of the Usos.
The brothers. So meaning that would be their cousin.
Yeah, be their cousin.
And Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he'd be related to Roman Reigns, and The Rock is also his cousin.
So, and then what's the girl?
Nia Jax. Nia Jax, and then Naomi, who's married to one of the Usos.
Right.
So that would be her father-in-law.
Yeah. So of course this person is well connected. So for all those wrestling fans, of course, send your prayers out to that family. The Samoan empire is real big and has been big in wrestling for quite some time.
Yes. They actually go back to the Wild. Their bloodline goes back to the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, who I watched on the 80s. Samoan SWAT team, Yokozuna, Umaga, Rosie.
It's funny because they had that show for The Rock. Did you watch that?
No, I actually the Young Rock.
I think it was on NBC, and they show The Rock growing up, and you can see how his grandfather,
Chief Mabir,
right, was wrestling, and then the grandmother was she was a beast in the industry. She was a promoter.
Yeah.
So they do talk a lot about his family in that show.
See, what a lot of people don't realize is that they were back then, before Vince McMahon bought all the territories. Wrestling was territory.
Yeah.
So you would wrestle in one territory for a number of years, and then when you got stale or not popular, you go to maybe the Carolinas or Puerto Rico territory, stuff like that. And their family has been embedded with not just even with the territory thing. Their family has been embedded with training the next generation also, because most of the people who they train, before Yokozuna, who actually at the time when I was a kid, I actually thought I didn't even realize he was Samoan.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was, his name's Yokozuna, which means Grand Champion. I thought he was Japanese or Chinese. He was doing super. But he's actually Yokozuna would have been the Rock's uncle, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
or Roman Reigns or their uncle. But he actually, before he gained so much weight, he was a big dude, but he was like one of the most talented people that they
Yeah.
trained
Yeah.
and stuff.
And they featured a lot of wrestlers and
Yeah.
their family in that show. So it's definitely a good show. Very prominent family in wrestling. So of course my prayers go out to them. And you know, The Rock's daughter is wrestling, which is the fourth
generation
wrestler. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So of course that tragedy was struck that family. So, hopefully they do find the killer.
So DC, y'all have to stop the madness.
Mm.
So earlier today, Lady Antoinette sent me a post, and I even saw it on her page. Was it 3 people that were dead? Shot, was it
Northwest, I think.
Yeah.
But even aside from that, it's literally been happening all over the city.
Yeah. And and the sad part was it's so random. It wasn't like they were beefing. It's like a car just pulled up and just started shooting.
Yeah. And when you do that, you know, you have innocent people that are nearby. We just recently heard of a little child. Like,
yeah,
numerous times
so
this happens. And it's terrible. And for me, you know, I remember DC in the 80s. I remember DC in the early 90s. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was so much to bring DC out of that stigma for such a long time. They were known as the murder capital.
Yep.
And they're trying to go right back. And I'm like, really, this is what we're doing?
It's sad because I lived in DC for 6 years. I remember coming home from Congress Heights, and I remember I seeing 2 dudes with masks. As I walked past them, they turned the corner. I remember them pulling 2 choppers out, 2 submachine guns, and all I can remember was them lighting up the block as they're walking down the street.
Walking. We're not talking about in a vehicle. They're walking. But it's
oh yeah,
really
and the street they turned down, a school was like really right beside.
They don't care. They don't care. They will shoot up at something.
I remember when I lived in DC that they had the mobile police station.
Yeah.
I lived on Stanton Road.
Mm-hmm.
I lived on Trenton Place.
It was bad back
So I remember going to sleep and it was a mobile police station. I remember I used to tell people I go to sleep to gunfire and I wake up to yellow tape. No lie.
every day. It was bad.
And this is a sad. Eventually, it got a little bit better by the time I left, but it's a sad thing because it happens all the time.
And you know what's even worse is that a lot of times when they do catch the people doing it, they're babies. They're babies, like 15, 16 years old. I remember there was a big case about this 13-year-old boy that killed somebody else, and they were trying to figure out, you know, should they try him as an adult? Like, that was big news. That wasn't that long ago. Like, these are babies that are doing it, babies that are getting killed, and then you do still have the wrong people doing it too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's getting out of hand.
It is.
It's I was having a conversation earlier this week, just talking about the thought process of folks in general nowadays. That the knee-jerk reaction, the video. I don't know if you sent it to us. The lady walking down the street, the dude smacks her on the ass. She, smacks him,
Yeah, I did.
and he cold cocks her and knocks her out.
Yep.
I'm like,
you was
in the wrong, and you're gonna get upset because she defended herself from being broke, and then you wholeheartedly swing and knock her out. I'm like, when did we get here? When did we get to that mindset? And that goes into with, these young kids, shooting up blocks and everything. They have no love of life or no fear of life. It's like they don't understand how precious it is, and if one split of emotional whatever, and you decide to go get it done and shoot up the block, innocent folks getting killed, the person that you were trying to kill for some stupid reason gets killed, then it affects their family, affects your family, and it just continues to go over. But Yet and still, you want to be out here in the streets, yelling, Black Lives Matter and upset when a white cop kills a black person, but you're doing the same damn thing.
But see, this is the thing. Those aren't the people who are doing it.
No, but most of the folks that's what the old pro-black and fuck the white man, or the country America try to hold us down. Those are the main ones that had that
But
mentality.
they're not the ones that's out there.
But some of them, not pro, but they still spouting that
Yeah,
rhetoric.
they might spout it.
Yeah, but I'm
they're
not saying
really
that. I'm not
about
saying you have to approach. I'm just saying the fact that that's your backing, that's your logic, that's
Yeah.
your thought process. But it's cool when a black man kills a black man, oh, that's just another day in the hood. The whole mentality is fucked up. And honestly, I've been wanting to say this for a long time, and a lot of people going to probably hear me say, the black community is stupid as fuck. That's what it comes down to, because we're easily distracted. We don't look and keep focused on the thing that's in front of us, the next flyest thing or the next thing that gets somebody upset, somebody popular. Beyonce say something about something, oh, we're jumping on that. We need to wake the fuck up. Stop blaming everybody else for our issues and look ourselves in the mirror and realize that we fucking up and we got to do better. Point blank.
The only thing I disagree with is, and my always stance is that I don't like when people equivalent to the Black Lives Matter movement to police the police brutality movement to the black on black crime movement, because one, I've seen people preach against black on black crime and it's been going on because people are ignorant. And they have no knowledge of what. I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, the sad part is if our history is so taken from us. If you ask 90% of these black kids out here who made the traffic light, they wouldn't even fucking know.
Yeah. That's home training. That's something that your parents not teaching you.
But on the real, I learned through a hip hop song. That's just, to be honest
But they're
with
not
you.
listening to those same hip hop.
Yeah, I know,
songs.
but my mother didn't even know at that particular time. To be honest with you, I guarantee if I asked her who was Garrett Morgan, she wouldn't even fucking know now.
Some people in this area will be like, "Oh, this is a street named after him."
So, I think one of the things is that as a culture, we need to inform our,
Teach our youth. That's
and
where
we fail at that on a daily basis.
Because people are relying on the schools to teach them things, but they're supposed to be learning at home. First of all, the school is not going to teach your child home training. Proper home training? Yes, sir. No, sir. Please. Thank you. Caring about other people. Money management. We already know this system is not designed for us. So why are we not teaching these things to our children?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that why do we look for justice on a stolen land? We've never gotten it. We never gotten it. So when we demand stuff, we demand the wrong things.
Yeah.
And
people are settling for the wrong thing.
People will settle for an ounce of gold when there's a whole pot.
People are settling when they're saying stop killing us. As far as police brutality, some people were okay with settling for Aunt Jemima to be pulled off the shelves.
And that was the wrong answer.
That's not stop killing us. That's just pulling Aunt Jemima. That's like a character based off of a real woman. Right, Uncle Ben and all that stuff. We didn't ask for you to pull that. What we asked for was for you to stop killing us. And some people were okay with it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I moved down here when I was in second grade. I graduated TC Williams. It's a thing right over here. It says I was a Titan, Titan Award, whatever, Titan Pride Award winner, whatever. For them to change the name now to say, oh, by the way, we just found out that the motherfucker who this food is named after was racist. Like, dog, you knew that.
You ain't just, first of all, it's widely known that a lot of these schools were named and a lot of these statues were put up at a certain time frame. And it wasn't way back when the Confederate Army had just fallen. No, it was during the 60s.
You got to think.
It was during the 60s when they wanted to discourage people. They wanted to remind people to close your mouth, sit down. Because this person right here, this statue that you got to walk past every single day, this man hated you and would beat you. So we're going to keep reminding you of that. Even though we know the Confederate Army lost. We know that.
So, but Potomac Yard is now called, the street now is Richmond Highway.
Right.
Growing up, it was Lee Highway.
I remember.
named after Robert E. Lee. There used to be a school. Where the fuck is that school? Where's Robert E. Lee at? It's
Across the street, Spring Vermont.
yeah. So it's a
Like
school
on the
called
road.
a school called Robert E. Lee.
Right.
And like these are the I don't need shit. You knew when you named the school, you knew it was wrong.
There you go.
What I need is justice for when you do something wrong. Like trying to fix a mistake that's been there for 40 fucking years. Like at this point, I don't even give a fuck about it.
You know.
We done had a movie called Remember the Fucking Titans about TC, about my gym teacher, Coach Boone, starring Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
To change the name now it's fucking frivolous to Alexandria Public School. High school.
Name that. And that's the thing. It happened widely in the South. They decided, oh, we're gonna honor these traitors to our country. Because that's what they were.
Yeah.
Them traitors. And they lost. So we're gonna honor these traitors, these losers. And now they're like, oh, they want us to stop killing them. We're gonna change the name of these schools. Great, thanks. It shouldn't have been named that in the first place, but what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Are you gonna actually stop killing us? Is that gonna happen? But the problem is that I've always been an advocate of when someone is holding a gun at you, don't give them a bullet, right? You don't give them ammunition. So if you're screaming that the white man is against you, the white man has a system that is built against you, don't give them that bullet by going around killing each other. But these kids don't understand that. And they wonder why they're trying to gentrify DC. It's very clear.
Yeah,
they're trying to get you out of there because this is our nation's capital.
Yeah.
They don't want you there. They want to make our nation's capital white.
Well, and
you're helping them.
Before I'm gonna play a quick song that
You're right, but it was Chocolate City for the longest.
It was chocolate. That's the thing. That's why I'm like, I don't care about the gentrification. It was fucked up. The people that was there was doing fucked up shit. Now, if other white folks or whoever folks want to come in and they raising the value of it, but it's safe and it's cleaner, then so be it.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, because they live in the same cycle of bullshit. They know the system is fucked up. They know it's against us, but they play right into it. And then want to cry victim, the white man holding us down. Well, you know he's holding you down, and you're doing the shit to perpetuate him holding you down. Go get an education. Go get a trade. Improve your fucking community instead of joining a gang and tearing it down or standing out in the corner drinking all day or shooting out in the block because you ain't got nothing else better to do. Then go try to go get a job and better yourself and use it as a fucking excuse. And that's what I'm getting tired of. I understand the system's fucked up. I had to navigate that same fucked up ass system too. But I did it. I had to swallow my pride. I had white people call me nigger to my face and I went to HR and nothing got fucking done. But in the end, I still got what I wanted and did what I had to do because I persevered. Because who gives a fuck what somebody else says to you? As long as they don't put their fucking hands on you, if they're not contributing to putting food in your stomach, a roof over your head, and money in your pocket, who gives a fuck if they respect you? Respect yourself. Respect your family. Respect your community. Who gives a fuck about some cracker motherfucker that calls you a nigger and you feel he disrespected you? Who gives a fuck?
They ain't even doing that. They shoot each other.
And that's the same thing. You saying somebody disrespect you and your own nigga. Who gives a fuck if they disrespect? You respect yourself. Respect it enough to live the next day. That if you go do some dumb shit and you get killed or go get put in jail, your family is going to suffer.
Yep.
So what good are you doing by playing this dumb game? Cut that shit out. This ain't the 90s movie. This is real fucking life. You only get one shot. There is no cut action and you come back and redo the scene. No, you're done. And too many folks think that it's a game. They live in a music video or a movie. Nah, cut that shit out. Man up. Be a man. It's not just a word.
I just want to beat her
down. Break it
down.
down.
These people that's doing it, they like younger than my kids.
They live that grand theft life. They have a bad perception of reality, and they think because, like I said, I'm agree with stuff, but I also disagree. Like, because if you ain't never been, when you say you don't care about gentrification, I'm saying if you ain't never lived in public housing, I'm a product of public housing. My mama still live in public housing, so I know what gentrification does to neighborhoods when we lose these public housing. I understand your rage, but at the same time, what happens is these kids, they're not being taught when they're living in public housing, and then we're taking away from that public housing. So they really, now they went from a 3-bedroom to a 2-bedroom because that's all their mama can get now, and now we moved them into a worse neighborhood. And they don't know nothing. And my problem is that, one, these parents aren't being parents.
That's where it starts.
You know, I remember my sisters and my nephew, Malik and DJ Grip can tell you this. I would always, I remember one time my sister said, "I'm not your friend." And I said, "I don't care because I'm your brother. I'm not here to be your friend." You know, a lot of these parents want to be pals and buddies and stuff like that. Like, at the end of the day, Renegade is my nephew. And, you know, and before anything, he's my nephew first. And he understands the respect of the uncle and nephew dynamic because of what I will do, what I won't do, and what I've taught him.
Right.
The problem is we had, I hate to go back to the 80s and 90s, we have babies raising babies, people that want to be cool with their son. Oh yeah, you listen to trap music, I listen to the same. I don't give a fuck about that. Raise him.
Yeah.
Raise him.
That's what they're not doing.
You know, we have women, we have sons that need fathers, but then we have uncles that don't want to step up. I was blessed. My Uncle Tyrone stepped up for me when my father wasn't in my life. He gave me a foundation for a father figure. My grandfather showed me what it was like to be a man.
But I'm gonna be real.
But not everybody has that.
I talked about this before. There's this image that's put out that black men don't step up. Okay? And I'm gonna be real with you. That's not always true. Because lately, and I expressed this, my son was in a private school in DC, and I had to drive him to school every day. Every morning I saw fathers walking in kids to school. Fathers, uncles, whoever, walking their kids to school every single day. I saw them taking care of the kids. I saw them doing all kinds of stuff. But unfortunately, there's a gap in between when that happened and when it didn't happen. So that's what we're dealing with right now. But unfortunately, those kids that have that positive image of a dad, they're the ones getting murdered right now. These little ones. Why is it that these little kids are getting murdered in the city? Why? And what makes me mad is that this is I'm proud of DC. I'm proud to be born in the nation's capital when it was considered Chocolate City.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. But I'm not so proud about the behavior of people within the city. And sometimes it ain't even people that live in the city. They go to the city and act a fool.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Don't tell me, like CP3 said, don't tell me the white man doing this and doing that to you. The whole time, you the one shooting up the block. They trying to hold me down. They ain't trying to let a good brother get me. Back up and understand what the word good brother is.
Well, here's the thing.
Everybody ain't that.
You gotta remember though, because you got dudes on the block that want to be niggas, and then when they see a dude who's doing right, they're, "Oh, you a square. You a nerd." Why? Because I got a job? Because I want to take care. Yo, if you want to live the street life, go ahead. But just because I'm not doesn't make me a lesser man than you. And I know plenty of fathers. I know plenty of black fathers that stepped up for their children.
Right.
I know plenty of black uncles that stepped up for their nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
And both of y'all are a testament to that.
Grip is a testament. He's a black father.
But
I remember him. Yeah.
Yes, black fathers, black uncles, grandfathers, the whole nine. I mean, you and CP3 don't have any children that we know of. We don't know if CP3 got kids. But y'all were influences in young children's lives.
Except for CP3 did bring a stripper into a family.
I mean,
But
that was a family function, honey. You wasn't. We all looked at you like, did he? We could tell she was a stripper. Didn't she have her stripper skills?
She was. You don't even know her name.
I don't remember her name.
You don't remember?
I don't remember her name.
I feel like you probably didn't even know that name.
I knew her name. We had been kicking it for a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just something.
Once you bust your nut, you was done.
Nah, couple of them. Nah, we got She had a house in West Virginia. She was a Cowboys fan. She didn't want to shut her mouth.
Oh yeah, he told
So
me
you
that.
broke up with her because she was a Cowboys fan?
Nah, she was talking. I don't talk shit unless somebody talks shit to me.
He did.
No, the game wasn't.
But
even,
that's what Cowboys fans
yeah,
do.
the game hadn't even started. The game went till 8
But
o'clock.
that's what Cowboys fans do. Like, as soon as you found out she was a Cowboys fan, you should have known how she was going to act. in the
So
song.
did you know before or after you stuck your dick in her that she was a Cowboys fan?
And you brought her. I
Would it-
mean,
Would it have
maybe-
changed that? Would it have changed? Before you...
Nah, if she wouldn't have been talking shit, we probably would still be.
But at least the babies probably didn't know that she was a stripper.
Nah,
They probably just thought she was just ratchet. Because I saw she was ratchet.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna play this song for I'm gonna play this song for DJ Grip. I'm about to play this song for DJ Grip. And then I'm gonna sit back and let you do your sports rant because I gotta go to work in the morning. So we play this joint. I already know what he's gonna say. Send it to me.
Yeah, send me all that shit. You need to forward all that shit. Forward to me. So I'll go through it. Everybody gets to play.
You said everybody gets to play.
Everybody gets one play.
All right.
Everybody gets one spin.
All right, y'all. Our DJ said.
What do you do when you been under pressure? And it's just cold out. You get the trap and be about that action, then you just fold out. Weak emotions you been showing, nigga, I cannot deal with it. I play around and I will lay you down, and that's on some real shit. Had to strap under my futon. You can even ask my grams that. Chasing money while your mouth for 1,000 miles, yeah, you ran that. I need a throne just to sit on. That bullshit, I can't stand that. Give a fuck about your opinions. I know that you can't stand facts. Money on the table after 2 years. Yeah, man, I'm blessed, dog. Came from a long way. I must confess, y'all, I'm here now, can't think later. Here now, real niggas major. I love you, man, I need you haters. I need money, so fuck the fake. They wanna see you go fall, it's gonna be okay. When your money looking tall, gonna be okay. Tell my fam I make a call, it's gonna be okay. As long as I just got that strong, it's gonna be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. Talking about a bank, bro. These hoes do what I say so. All you gotta do is get a payroll. Stack of bricks like you got some Legos. So high that I need a halo. Sauced up pockets on Prego. Get it jumping like I got a Kango. Looking at you from a different angle. I'm a star in this bitch Spango. You not gonna tell me what I can't do. You mad nigga cause I ain't you. Need my money sick, Ben Frank flu. We talking money bilingual. We talking plugs, that's bingo. We all black like emos. Got the gang choke, hold strangle. Taking these shots, I'm right off the block, I know that you miss. You talking to ops, we don't give you props, you know you a snitch. If I'm on the block, I don't say a word, I throw the assist. Cause I'm on the clock, I gotta get mine, my time is my rent. They wanna see you go fall, it's gonna be okay. When your money looking tall, gonna be okay. Tell my fam I make a call, it's gonna be okay. As long as I just got that strong, it's gonna be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay. We gon' be okay.
Desecrated the song.
Hey, Gonna be okay one way or the other, man. Plan B and orange juice in the morning.
I believe you gotta put it in there too. Crush it up, put it in
Smoothie, babe.
Right. Crush it up and put it in there.
Where was you at this one? I had to run to the CVS real quick.
You probably got some in the drawer.
Hey man,
You know what? Can
okay.
No.
You just ruined that song.
To piggyback off our last combo before we went to music break, before CP3 started talking about drugging people in a different way. We did have someone on YouTube mention how Black businesses are going as well. And I do feel like that's a problem. It is.
So it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword because here's the thing about that too is there are some Black businesses that don't operate good.
Right.
However, there are some Black people that don't hold Black businesses to the same standards that they will hold Gucci. Because you can go to a name brand store and get bad service, and you'll go back there to prove to them that you can afford that shit, which is just stupid to me.
Right.
I remember watching A Different World, and Whitney did that with the bracelet and all that other stuff.
Then she returned it.
Yeah, then she wound up returning it after Freddie or whatever had that conversation with her. But, I'm going to show these niggas I can afford it. But then when you go to a Black business and you have bad service, you will automatically go to social media to rip that business down.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe having a talk with the owner to how can they improve the service.
Right.
And we have to stop tearing people down. Like, I remember one of my friends, after Nipsey Hussle died, said, I wanted to get something from the Marathon store. And she was like, yeah, but they wanted $80 for a headband. Mind you, she has a Michael Kors purse.
Which, depending on the purse, $200-$300.
So,
that list.
Yes. And I looked at it and I said, and she said, they tripping, they want that much. But I said, well, I used to think like that. And I said, no lie. And I said, but we have to pay our designers and how do we expect them to get ahead if we don't pay what they worth? I said, because I can guarantee you, when you walked into Michael Kors, you didn't haggle the price over that bag.
Bingo.
And they always want a discount.
Bingo.
But here's another thing.
Hey, exactly what they asked.
With that said, there are also a lot of Black businesses that are doing amazing.
Yes,
but
and we need to talk about that.
Unfortunately, Black businesses as a whole have a bad stigma.
They do.
And that bad stigma comes from those who are, let's be real, there are some people that are trifling. There are some people, because I've had, companies, things that I needed done. And I just talked to, like I said, I'm going to keep calling him our resident DJ, because that's what he is.
DJ Grib, yeah.
But we were just talking about, as far as plumbing. I know a lot of Black men who are plumbers. Some are good at what they do. Some are less than professional.
Yep.
And with that said, it keeps people from going to another Black person. If I get a Black landscaper and he's trifling, don't show up when he's supposed to, halfway does the job, my next person, because I'm a fireman, my next person might not be Black.
But the thing about that is, though, if we get a bad white person who does the same thing, we'll still hire another white guy.
No.
Most people will.
I actually, to be very honest with you, I've never had a white landscaper,
but
but some people are like that. You're right.
But some people will. And it all depends on, we judge that one person for that whole race. We got to stop doing that. And the thing about that is, like, today, no lie. So Grip DJ'd my nephew's party, right?
Uh-huh.
But he DJ'd like a real DJ. He was mixing. He was, I was like, dog, you really ain't got the scratch, Nigga, this kids.
They was lit.
But he was like, there's only one way I know how to really do it.
Right. True.
And even after it was said and done, like, my sister came up and was like, oh my God. Like she's never heard this nigga DJ before, but he's been DJing since she was a kid. Yeah. When she was in diapers, he was DJing. And they do it at the house. And it was just crazy, her reaction. And like, she was surprised that he would do so well.
Uh-huh.
And he kept it friendly. Like, he didn't Like he didn't play WAP at a 3-year-old party.
We don't do that.
You know.
We don't.
You know.
That's part of doing a good job as a DJ, knowing your audience.
He kept it PG friendly,
Yep.
but he kept it up to date, and we was all happy.
Because if you go to a 70th birthday party, you're not about to play.
You don't hear there's some
Party.
hoes in this house. There's some hoes.
Right, you're not
in-
about to play Party and Baby. You're not about to play Lil Baby. You're not about to do that.
You don't hear Megan Knees.
Because they gonna be mad. What they gonna do? They done got new knees. They not about to mess them up.
I mean, someone might want to try it out.
You right, some are. Because I'm okay. So y'all promise. This is the one time I'm gonna mention it. Okay. I'm saying this because I know.
Oh shit.
I know for a fact. I have had to DJ before. I did not like it, but I've had to DJ. I come from a musical family. I've shared this with you guys before. And I had to DJ for a senior's Christmas party. Do you know what they came over to ask me?
What?
This was not that long ago. Can you play the R. Kelly Steppin' song?
No.
You gotta go with your. That's what they wanted. So I played the R. Kelly. A bunch of them asked me to play the R. Kelly Steppin' song. So I played it. That's what
What's
they
wrong with
wanted.
that? It's a record.
It
That's
shocked
a record.
It shocked me a little bit because when I say seniors, I mean they not.
What happened if they stepped the wrong way?
Hey,
There's nothing wrong with it. That's a great record.
some of them were extremely vibrant and they was out there doing the dance.
Yeah, that's a great record.
For real?
Yes, they were not playing. And because so many was asking, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play all day, Apple, I got you.
It's a great record. A great song.
But
Great
this
song, DJ.
this was literally for the seniors church Christmas party.
Who they stepping for?
And I'm sitting there playing, certain things that I know they gonna want, and they were very happy, but at some point they wanted to dance.
Oh, he said actually to play you get your freak on.
No, but
Would you?
sometimes there are some requests that should be like, man. But yes, as far as Black businesses and people, we do say support your Black businesses, but we do need to speak to the business owners that are giving other Black businesses a bad rap. Step your game up, support your people. But those who are patrons, stop bugging Black businesses for discounts and deals. Like, we play step cousins on our daddy's side. No, they need to pay bills just like other.
But that's the thing too is you gotta be willing to pay. Like they're like DJs. A DJ's a service. Like for real, the shit that he like Grip. Don't ask him for a discount when nigga the damn speaker almost half my size. And then if you gotta look two of them bitches, yo, that's a lot of work. And then two big ass CDJs, like that's work.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like, yo, can I get a discount? Like, dog, you can't put a monetary, you just can't cut motherfuckers off of that.
Labor.
Yeah. This,
Skill labor.
Yeah,
Skill labor.
very much. Like, we have to stop trying to get the brother man the brother man discount is not support, by the way. Supporting means like, we're gonna support my movement, and that doesn't mean you asking for a discount or you want something free. So Renegade does a studio, right? And one of the dudes that always wants to come through, Renegade charges $50 an hour, which he should. Because I paid for 90% of the equipment, so I know how much that equipment cost. The track board is $2,000 alone. The program was $1,000 alone, and half you niggas, if you walking in Jordans and a Helly Hansen, and then you want a discount, you should shoot yourself. So one of his mans wants to do studio time, but he only wants to pay $35 an hour.
If that's your price, that's your price. But I don't understand.
And the thing about that is, so when he gives him the discount once, he wants it all the time. But then he can't get the same quality from the mixing and stuff at another studio. But you wanna shortchange your man because you're supporting your man by undercutting his price. And that's what people fuck up at.
And that's why I said when you said it was a double-edged sword, which is true, because on one hand you got people that don't necessarily respect the black business owner.
Yeah.
That's on one hand, and on the other hand, you do have some black business owners that are trifling.
Yeah.
They are. They're trifling. Because
Yeah.
I've dealt with them, and you give people a bad rap.
You do. You do.
Especially when you constantly deal with it. Like
So-
I said, if you're supposed to be there on time. You're supposed to be somewhere, be there on time. Be there, do a good job, don't lie about your skill level, because that's another issue. And do, and then as far as the patron, respect their prices, respect their time, respect all of that, respect what they're trying to do, and encourage them and support them. Support does not mean you're getting a discount. That is a hookup.
Support does not mean free. Like
Because if Renegade charge everybody $35, Renegade is shorting himself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Could
saying?
you sit out pay electricity?
There you go.
So, like, real talk, the programs that run on here ain't free. Nigga, I pay that shit every month. Real talk. So we know Chef Rock, Queen's mother, friend of the show. We're gonna interview him on the 19th. But real talk. So when I went out to do a gig for him, to take the pictures and stuff, and he had Black Queens Matter on there. I think you would probably like that lady.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But their food was running a little bit behind because there was an issue with the computer or whatever, or the tablet. And without missing a beat, he walked out there with 3 bowls of French fries and some sauces, and he was like, "This is our version of chips and dips." He apologized to them
Trying to make it right.
and said, "Well, this is on us." And then by the time they finished eating that, he had the food, and it got quiet as a motherfucker because they, it's black people and chicken, and it was good. And
That's what you're supposed to
but besides the food, it was the service that they remembered, and that he actually came out, and they were asking because the way that you order at Queen's Mother is you actually scan, you actually pay, you actually scan, and you actually pay for your meal. And he's like, "So you trying to get rid of waiters?" And he was like, "No, because of COVID, this was the newest solution." He said, "But I like coming out and I like talking to my customers." And and then I watched him, not just for them, but he, whether they were black, white, green, purple, or brown, he waved to them, he talked to them. Even if they came to buy something at the other part of the restaurant, there's another restaurant in there.
Right.
He still, "Hey Sarah, how you doing? You doing good today?" He still had that interaction. That's a good definition of a black business.
Customer service.
Yes.
And sad to say, I've been in HR, recruiting, training, the whole 9 for years, and that is something that is starting to be lost.
Yes.
And it's sad, but I like to hear that because if people mess up, things happen, but it's the way that you handle it.
But the funny thing, I can say we joke, but we tell some truth, but we always talk about, when I say I'm a jerk and I'm this. But Grip can tell you, when I was at Blockbuster, I told a lot of people no, but there's a lot of people I won them over with good customer service.
And that's
there were some people that came in that joint ready to fight, and I'd be like, "Well, what's wrong? What's the problem?"
Yeah.
The next thing you know, people think we about to have this great big argument. They shaking my hand. "I'm so sorry I came in like that."
And that's when you have good customer service, people understand. Things happen, And I've had to start from scratch with some people, some young people over the years, and I'm like, it's basic manners, which is kind of what we went on when we were talking about the violence in DC. These things they're supposed to be taught when you're young. Basic manners, love for your fellow man, things like that. Those are morals that are instilled in us when we're young, and it's very scary to see what people find acceptable nowadays. That it's not acceptable in that situation, for when we were talking about the restaurant, for a business owner to not really care the fact that things are running behind or so. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
You're supposed to handle it with class and show good customer service. So that's the way you get people to come back. There is a restaurant owner in the area that is known for bad customer service, a very well-known establishment, actually 2 that I can think of, that they had thriving establishments and their bad customer service got them put on blast. One restaurant, one nightclub. And when people take to social media and they start talking about how they gonna cancel you, oh, that's real. They'll cancel you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So how about we start with the customer service first, and then we can go from there. But at the same time, as a patron, you gotta see what somebody's trying.
True indeed. CP3, let's get us out of here with this sports, man. Then he cleared his throat. DJ
Yeah,
Cool.
just get ready for the football season. Kicks off Thursday. I believe Cowboys and can't remember what other team. I guess some of my Cowboys got hurt. So I know that COVID, the guard Wes Martin, so he's going to miss the game. I believe the Cowboys, Tampa Bay, I forgot, Super Bowl champions on Thursday. Washington has the Los Angeles Chargers on the 12th at 1 o'clock. Working on pregame. Gonna be ready for that as always. Bringing you the pregame, the postgame for Sports on the Hill podcast. Just had the roster trimmed down this past week at 4 o'clock. There's a couple of surprise cuts. Definitely didn't see Jimmy Moreland, his cornerback, getting cut. Pretty much predicted Peyton Barber, but he made it to the practice squad, but then he got picked up by, I want to say the Colts, signed him off the practice squad. So the roster's pretty much a fluid thing right now because they're going to still continue to look at some players. They brought in a kicker, Eddie Pinero, to give Dustin Hopkins some competition because a lot of folks are upset that he didn't have any, being his erratic field goal kicking. Even though he did go 14-15 in the season and push him to the playoffs. Stay tuned. We're not having a show tomorrow night. Might jump on Tuesday to do the roster breakdown show that was supposed to be Friday night, but got held to go work Southern Cars and unfortunately couldn't get the show on. But probably going to do something maybe Tuesday morning, afternoon, or something a little different. Might have a guest, might not. I haven't figured it out yet. Had guests lined up for Friday, but got to check people's schedule, see what's good. But football season's right around the corner. You got the Nats, unfortunately, lost, I believe, 3 out of 4 to the Mets this past series, this weekend. And we'll be talking about that next week. Or I may do a little baseball wrap up along with my football coverage, who knows. Depends on how I feel on Tuesday. But yeah, it's just fall time is here. Best time football, and pretty soon hockey season will be ramping back up, and basketball season will be ramping back up. Be back into it all again. So make sure you go check out SportsOTHP.com for all the latest news in DC sports and the best DC sports coverage around. Go check out the website, click on the apparel line, help support the movement, your hats, t-shirts, coffee cups, bags, the District of Champions apparel line we got with the Nationals, Mystics, and Capitals championship run. Just appreciate y'all tuning in, checking us out, and be on the lookout. We got some more stuff coming through. Like I said, working on a new venue for the pregame show. We partnered with Martinis a couple of years ago. I'm working on maybe setting up something like that somewhere else. So be on the lookout. Might have some pregame shows y'all to come out to. Show your love and support for the team and for Sports OTHP, bringing you the best DC sports coverage around. DC sports are the politics. It's not just a catchphrase. It's not just a motto. It's what we do.
Sounds so professional.
Hey, man. Gotta do it, baby. It's time to sober up.
He started this sober up. It's the end of the show. We would have loved you to be sober at the beginning.
You here by myself with a 6-pack of Mickey's, that's what you get. Just a man.
You just a man.
Just a man.
He's just a man. All right, well, we out. We talk to y'all later. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning.
Bless your heart.
But I got 2 days off.
Happy Labor Day.
Oh yeah, whatever that holiday means.
Great bands on my face with the Carlton sweater. I already know my worth. Why would I ever
sweater. Ain't even famous yet or locked up, they sending letters. Got enough time for revenge, but I've been on vendetta. They looking for the worst, they know I've been getting better. Always keep your family first, and rest pop out when you getting cheddar. Mistaking me for who I used to be, it's been a pleasure. Cause I've been getting different type of cheese with this feta. I hear some evil, see some evil, ain't no Helen Keller. A lot of shit ain't worth my time cause it don't fit the schedule. My two pockets big eating, that's Hansel and that Gretel. Hit that pressure running the game, I still need a medal. It's a cold when your face touching on that metal. Time ain't never give us no breaks when we used to go pedal. Ain't no hate in my blood, I got a score to settle. Don't think that you not catching the scene when dancing with the devil. This the legacy. Who the fuck I'm supposed to let ahead of me? My unborn.